I'm sorry. I see them cracked up face and it just makes me laugh. Good evening, Beards and Booger fans. I'm sorry. I see them cracked up face and it just makes me
Good evening.
Good
evening. Jeffrey, the milkman. You know he's up to no good when you get that kind of response from him. What? Brother David, shrimp. I'm glad everybody's so exuberant to be fricking online tonight and happy. Let's go. Gee whiz, man. There you go. There you go. Anyway, we don't really have any. Well, we are going to talk about a particular topic, and that's going to be the podcast a little bit. This is going to happen here in a couple of weeks, I guess.
Yep.
Really. We were discussing backstage. We're going to do some preliminary testing, and Chad and Eric are ready to rock and roll this deal, man. It's going to be a good deal.
Oh,
and,
yeah, baby.
Yes.
we're going to help them out and do a live test with them. I don't know if we'll say when we're going live with the testing, but we're going to try it and get Chad and Erica familiar with how everything starts and runs and all that good stuff. Then they'll work on all the other like intros and outros and all that other stuff
As time goes
progresses.
by.
So kudos to them. It's going to be cool. I can't wait for it because I know these two are going to really dive down the rabbit holes. So
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes, we will.
for sure.
both show. But anyway, I'll probably share a link to come in with us here shortly. So interesting news out of LBL. I'm not going to touch a whole lot on that because it's none of my business. But it sounds like that there is a very good thermal taken. We're proud of the people that did that. They're good people. They deserve anything they get out of that, and hopefully they take the proper steps to make sure that thermal does not get stolen, the footage. And we are looking forward to watching it because it's
Absolutely
very convincing. Sounds very interesting. Of an upright something. Can't say one way or the other what it is. Obviously, we'll see. I've heard a couple of opinions that people that have seen it, and I'm looking forward to watching it. Sounds good. So I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm sure if you watch Spencer, you'll know who it is, what it is. So that's cool. That's cool stuff.
That is cool.
Yes. We might actually have some real good thermal something. It'd be cool. Right, Jeff?
That'd be pretty. Boy, everybody's quiet tonight.
I'm just happy that the wind's done blowing because
Oh my
I'm
goodness,
telling
it's
you,
been
man.
crazy today.
It is.
It's been crazy here. We're supposed to get a big storm here next hour or two, but whatever. That's nature. It does its thing.
Yeah. Windows in chat. Oh my goodness. Brother Billy Schilling, Deb Bryan. Man. Chat's rolling along pretty quick, man. Doing good. Sharon, Catherine.
there's Michael Haywood.
Sassy Debbie.
Haywood.
Amy Johnson,
Wow.
Haywood, Whitson. Awesome. Bigfoot Bud, I will say, was part of that LBL thing. Him and Angie. And
Hey, B&A.
that's two of the people. So we are can't wait to see. Okay, that's me making that noise. I thought somebody was pounding on the wall in here, but it's me.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm reading chat. So, but we'll get the link up here shortly. And good evening, everybody in chat. We love you all. Thanks for being in here. And anybody that comes back and watches later, we appreciate it. So, hit that. I usually don't say it much, but hit the like and subscribe. For goodness sakes, we're getting almost to 500 finally. And
Nice.
I really don't push it,
Woohoo!
but we want to go 500 and beyond. So please, by all means, subscribe. Prescribe, do scribe. I don't care what kind of scribe, just subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Jeffrey's
And
counting.
share too.
Oh, yeah.
And share. Absolutely share. Comments, we do our best to go back and answer questions and stuff. So hang in there,
Yep.
David. You're getting a little jumpy on us, buddy. It's okay. You can say anything anytime you want, Jeff. I know I said no cussing tonight, but my goodness, you got to have.
I'm just trying to see if maybe I can talk. If I don't say anything, David will start talking.
Here's what worries me. Here's what worries me already. Did you pay attention to something there? We
Got
this
the arm
out of him.
back.
We got this like this out of him.
This is the sleepy arm. This is the movement.
Yep, there we go. There you go. It's a matter of time. Brother Patrick Noble's in there. Maybe we get Patrick to come on and talk about something or nothing.
I managed to talk my way through the other night about chickens without.
Yes, you did a chicken show with Mark and Becca Green Friday night. That was pretty cool. Look who the cats drug in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm sorry we missed that. We were out and about.
Sounds like you guys had a busy weekend.
Did you buy plenty of peanut butter, David?
Huh?
Lots of peanut butter.
Lots of peanut butter? Okay. I don't know. Roger's starting to pot about something. Chat, so.
Roger.
How's Roger feeling?
Yeah, Roger, how you doing? If I put the link up, maybe he'll come on and tell us an abbreviated version of it.
Of how he's doing.
But
Noble, you want to come on here?
Flat
I'm just going to put. I'm good. Yeah, Flat Rock.
Flat Rock is?
Flat Rock is in. Absolutely.
Okay. There he is.
I've been catching up with some adventures with Bud and Angie. Watched some this morning before we left to go out to Western Maryland later this morning, and pretty cool stuff. They had some footage.
Roger
Flat
said he
Rocks.
doesn't have his makeup ready.
Roger, you're always ugly. It doesn't matter. Doesn't change.
Hey.
Makeup's not going to
Wow.
change a thing, brother.
Ow.
Just kidding.
Let me pull the link up here. We'll go ahead and
Oh,
put the
wow.
link in comments.
Where's Sharon at?
Sharon lives in England.
She's in Belgium.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
She's from England. Lives in Belgium. That's right.
Okay.
There's a couple of different Sharons actually, but yeah,
The double R Sharon.
couple of hours Sharon. Yeah, she's that's overseas. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
It's
probably wee morning hours over there. I would think.
It's 1:19. She said.
Wow.
1:19 in the morning.
Some people just don't sleep. I reckon. I don't know.
We gotta wait until midnight to get a decent time to talk to River because it's like the middle of the day there.
Yeah, I'm not going to be up at midnight tonight. I can tell you that.
No.
All right.
Jeez.
The link is in here somewhere.
I need to call.
Man, it
and
goes
see if
by
that
so
River's
fast.
on.
Goes by so fast. But you're welcome to come on in and chit chat about some cryptids, and we got a great show coming Tuesday night, David. We
Yeah,
got
I'm
a
looking
gal
forward
from
to
New
that.
York
Aliens.
with some UFO story, whatever it may be. But yeah, we're going to get into a UFO show Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure Old Light Cryptids. So make sure you check that out. Sure,
We'll be there.
it'll be fun.
We'll be there, of course.
I know you will. You're into that stuff really good. So
Oh yeah.
I've always kind of had an interest in UFOs.
Gina, New York. That's the one who'll be with us Tuesday
Yep.
night. She's in chat
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
Maybe she could click on the link and come on in and give us just a teeny tiny precursor.
Yeah.
You know? Gina, hint, Gina, New York. Absolutely. Anybody, please come in. Don't be afraid.
Where can they find the link?
Here's dog.
Right there.
I just pasted it again.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat
Okay.
under Old Line Cryptids, not Beards and Boogers, under Old Line Cryptids.
Did Roger
Oh,
say
yeah.
he's doing a Loch Ness Monster show on Wednesday?
Yep.
What?
Somebody. I bet I know who this is. I ain't got to look. I bet I know who it is.
Wendell.
Yep. 6'9" is on stage. How are you, Wendell?
Hey, Wendell.
All right, I guess.
Yeah.
You was talking about being so late talking with River. Come Thursday evening at 5 o'clock, I'll be chatting with Sarah Bingham
Big
from
one.
Cryptid Central.
Okay, cool.
Awesome,
Cool.
brother. Awesome.
That's
She's
what
over
5
in
Central you said?
Australia.
Hey, Wendell, is your Bigfoot show doing better than your prospecting show did, or?
Yeah, so far I got 3 people on this quick.
That's nice. That's good.
Awesome.
I had 4, but the weather got me on the other one.
Okay.
Oh.
You always reschedule them. That's cool. Good deal. How long are your
Yeah.
shows averaging, Wendell?
About an hour.
See, Jeff,
For
a
the
show
most
can't
part.
be done in an hour, Jeff. See,
He can get a nap in an hour.
Yeah.
we're starting on the other side. I can't do that. I'll show the
Sarah
one.
Bigman will be a good guest. I've actually talked to her with River before.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's the one that introduced me to her the other night. Me and him was talking, and he just turned around and dialed her up and
Yeah,
got her on the phone.
She's from Australia, I'm assuming.
she's
Yeah.
in Australia too.
It's Yowie Central is the name of the show that she does.
Okay. I did see your. Okay. I saw your. Okay. Very cool.
And I was going to have Long Island Bigfoot Mike on the other night, but like I say, the storms got us. So
Oh.
Yowie Central. Yeah. Okay, now. Don't mind me. I'm going to be adjusting the camera because I raised my monitors up higher, so I'm not looking down all the time.
yeah,
The camera's mounted on top of one of them, and I got to get it adjusted right again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, Central.
Yowie Central.
but yeah, I think she said it's going to be like 9 o'clock in the morning their time, where it's 5 o'clock my time.
Wow.
But I'm on Thursday and she's on Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should be getting ready to celebrate the weekend. We still got 24 hours to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee. Look out. You got storms headed your way. I was watching
Yeah.
Reed Timmer.
Hey, Wendell, I'm proud of you, brother. Good job. That's
Me
a good
too,
show.
man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I have to get you on there sometime.
We'll figure that out someday. We don't have a lot of obviously we don't have any Bigfoot knowledge or anything like that, but we'll talk about something one of these. We'll be on there for you whenever, for sure.
Yeah,
Be
I just
careful.
found a new way to Wendell people. That's all.
You're gonna be inducted.
Yeah, and there you go.
The Wendell people. Yeah, be careful, Roger. I don't think they're really. They weren't. They kind of calmed down some, but they could build back up when you're down there. So be careful. Phyllis, by all means, if you and the man are not busy, come on in and say hi.
Is John with Phyllis?
Spider-Man.
Might be working.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Pool shark. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, anybody, come on, talk about whatever. You can talk about your grocery list. We don't care.
Yeah, come on in and say hey.
Talk about price of eggs.
Yeah.
It's probably been 3 weeks or so since, well, maybe more than that, Jeff. 3 weeks.
It has
No,
been.
it's
It's been a
it's
month.
been-
hasn't it?
It's been a month, yeah.
Talking about
Since we had a Birds and
Jeff
Boogers.
eating pizza. I just got through with a big old plate of spaghetti and garlic bread with cheese.
Mm.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not done eating yet.
He's
We know
probably
that.
got bear stew waiting on him.
Now I've got ground deer meat over there that I just cooked up.
That's right.
Well, at least he's not out there riding that zip line naked again.
Squatching Cowboys in the house. Look at that.
I think I'm
Hey,
Look at
too
that.
fat to ride the zip line.
Is
Hey,
Squatching Cowboy Joe Parker?
Joe
Joe
Pan.
Pan.
Joe, okay. I'm still learning all the nickname or the names
The
on here.
real names. The real names.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll go on and talk your show window and talk about interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance.
Oh, what?
Interpretive dance.
What was that?
There's Flat Rock.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you going to demonstrate it too, Phyllis?
Good question.
Yeah,
Does it include a
come in,
poll?
bud. Let's hear a little bit. Just give us an abbreviated version of LBL, bud. We'd love to hear it. That's some really cool
Absolutely.
stuff, man. We're really looking forward to the future of that video. That's awesome.
I apologize.
Cowboy said,
Cowboy.
"Don't confuse me with Parker."
Sorry.
All good.
Yeah, Blue Eye says she's going to clip my nails for me.
I think you're going to need an industrial team to come in and clip them things, brother.
My grandfather used to use a Dremel on his toes.
Oh man.
I was gonna say, have y'all seen Dumb and
That's
Dumber?
funny.
Have y'all seen Dumb and Dumber with the toenail scene?
Yeah, that's hilarious. With the grinder and everything, sparks are flying.
Yeah, you got to have the
that's
safety
funny.
goggles on.
For sure.
That's
I have the Dremel tool too.
Grinding shield.
I don't know. Wendell, if you're going to start going into the woods, you might want to keep those. You might want to keep those nails for attack situations.
yeah.
Well, did you see my little video that I posted?
Oh, I don't think I have yet. Oh, no.
David has.
He's like
What'd you-
ripping
what do you
cardboard
think about it?
boxes
I
open.
saw-
Oh,
yeah,
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
taking that nail and cutting right down through a piece of cardboard. Yeah. Cardboard box.
You know how many women are probably jealous that your nails are that strong?
Yikes.
That's the reason I said, sorry, ladies. I know how you feel about your nails or something like that.
We're gonna need
God.
we're gonna need a pair of like trimming shears to take those things off.
An old neighbor of mine used to work with leather, make leather belts and stuff, stamp them and stuff. And he always kept, like, one hand kept long nails to work the leather with and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to do a little bit of that. I used to make Indian bead jewelry. And I've done a little bit of everything. Made storm doors and windows.
Wow.
I was
You
thinking
can
the
climb
same
into
thing,
it.
Richard. Just like doesn't need limbs, just bark.
Well, when I was a kid, I was climbing pine trees without the limbs on them.
Exactly.
I climbed
Cool.
rock walls, and everything else.
Yeah. Wendell's corn chip. That's awesome.
Uh-oh. Do we have a skeptic here?
Oh my god.
I can't see Chad on here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to tell me if there's anything good pops up.
Oh, we've been putting them up there.
Oh.
I don't know if there's anybody new on here in our chat. But welcome to the oddest podcast you'll jump into here.
Yeah, we some weird folks, that's for sure.
Oh.
If you don't believe it, ask anybody that's supposed to be normal.
Yeah, instead of calling a blacksmith, call in a window smith.
That's blue-eyed, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Eyed said that. Watching Cowboys is skeptic. Okay. Thank you, Gary. Man, it's so good to see Gary Spikes back, huh?
Absolutely.
Out
Oh,
there
yeah.
telling people to hit that thumbs up and all that good
Mhm.
stuff. Man, we love you. We love you, Gary. We're glad you're back.
Yeah.
We are.
Gary is the Superman of the community.
He definitely is.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
He's just
Yep.
about on every show on the internet.
I know. I tell you, I don't
He's
see how
damn
he
near
does
every
it.
one that I watch.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like last night they had the Cedar Creek Bottoms, and no, it was Friday night. Had Cedar
Friday.
Creek Bottoms and who was that other one that was on? It was the Blondes and Booze with Greg Uggles. He was in both chats with it as well.
Wow.
And then both on the same time.
I can't focus that much.
That's hard.
I was bouncing back and forth myself. So
I can agree with that, Squatching Cowboy. There's a lot of stuff out there just pushes the subject the wrong way, I think, sometimes.
I agree.
Hey,
Yep.
Joe, are you putting anything new out lately?
Is he was active at one time. I don't see too much.
Yeah, that's the reason I was asking if he's getting back into it yet.
I hope so. Yeah. He needs to.
Hey, Jerry, you want to tell us about the new background?
The new background. Oh, it's just
Yeah.
an AI beards and boogers thing is all it is. Nothing.
I like the colors.
Mhm.
That's something artificial intelligence come up with.
Yeah.
It's real groovy looking.
Hey, looky here.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Looky
It's
here. Be
spring
going
color.
out this week. Scotch and Cowboys going out this week. That's awesome.
All right.
Fantastic.
Let me see if I can pull up a photo of that real quick. Oh Lord, what did I do?
I think it's about
Don't
time
mind me.
Catherine McSwain hits a podcast.
Yeah,
Seriously.
we're not taking no tonight, Catherine. Get on here.
You're
Yeah.
always talking trash, Catherine. Why don't you hop in here. Say it to our face.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know,
Look at it, Catherine.
He's awesome.
Blue Eyes can jump on here and talk about that thermal too. You know,
That's right.
Yeah, I'll put the link out there in just a second. They don't have to tell all their secrets. We just want to, we just were curious. That's all. We want to hear a little bit about it.
yeah, I just been hearing hints about it, but how good it was, I haven't heard none of the details.
Man, somebody's upset somewhere.
Jeffrey, be quiet.
Actually, that's my housemate's little boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Is his name Jeffrey?
This is his name, Jeffrey.
Yeah, they hear Joshua and they're screaming.
I thought that was Bigfoot.
No, that ain't me screaming. Not this time.
There it is. The link's back in chat again. Come on in. Come on.
Figured I'd give him help. No, I thought that was Bigfoot. If I can't see it and I can't touch it, then I don't believe it.
you see what I live with?
Huh?
If I cannot see it,
Oh, I like it.
I don't believe in it.
I like it, Jerry.
You like that?
Yeah.
That is
That's
true.
the
I'll take
Boogers.
Yeah, they heard
a
you.
logo. I won't say new logo. It's just a logo. I decided
I like
I liked it and kept it. So,
I like the other one you did too.
oh, the old line cryptids, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be getting some stickers made here in the near future.
Heck yeah.
Well, you gotta make sure you send me some then.
We'll take care of everybody. Don't you worry. We will, or we'll just come to a meet and greet with a truckload of them or something.
That'll work.
Hey.
God.
June 6th, Anniston, Alabama.
June's a bad month for me to travel for
Oh,
squatching.
We'll see you there, Wendell.
You live close. You're lucky.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm about 3 miles from where it's going to be at this year.
Oh,
Wow.
They moved it from where it was last year up into Fort McClellan, right up the road here.
Okay. Cool deal. Everybody wants to talk tonight. Jeff's gone.
where did? You might
Hey,
find
Bill,
us.
sleeping fell out of the chair.
He's finishing up the dinner. There's Elaine Schatz. Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine
Come on in,
Schatz.
Elaine. Elaine's not afraid to talk. She'll come in and talk.
He probably fell asleep over there and fell out of the chair.
Now he's finishing up cooking up some deer meat or something he was talking about. He'll be back. I guess he is. He might have fell asleep. You never know him. I'm sure he's
Really?
listening. He's listening and cussing us in the background. We just can't hear him because he's muted. No, he's not muted either. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. My bad.
Yeah, he's got a little mute sign by his microphone.
Sunday, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
you mean Jerry? Hey, everyone in chat. Just wanted to let you know that we're going to be our first show. the Oddcast podcast for the Off the Record will be June 6th.
Woo.
at-
April 6th
Oh,
is their premiere at 5
April
p.m.
6th.
Central Time.
my bad. June 6th. Yeah.
Oh, I see a train
So
wreck coming
2
already,
2
Erica.
weeks
Look out.
from today.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it live?
What's that?
Why don't you do it live?
We will.
We will in
It
2
will be
weeks.
live.
Yeah,
from
we're just
today.
letting everybody know when it's going to be. It'll be that Sunday, the 6th. We just got a few things we got to work out, and then we'll hit it up. And I think everybody's going to find it very interesting. We're not doing the typical cryptid. We'll talk about cryptids occasionally, but it's going to be everything from weather modification to the good old
Better
conspiracy
smile.
theory.
Smile.
You gonna be talking about fossils and rocks?
Hey, that might be one, Wendell. And if I do that, I'm going to have you on. So
It will be a variety.
lots
How
of
about
varieties.
tractor pulling?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Truck
That's
and
not our
tractor pulling,
specialty.
we've
for
had
sure,
vehicle
but
sculpts, using the Squatch and Bigfoot name and stuff. Oh yeah,
We'll
I
have
used
you on as a guest, Jerry.
to-
Just to let you know, the first show will basically be about, we're going to tell you how we got into all of this, and then we're going to go into some weather modification stuff. So if you're interested about your weather, tune in because there's a lot to learn and a lot of things going on right now.
Oh
so
boy.
I wonder if there's any video of Jeff on the zip line that y'all could play.
No.
I'll seriously look for some. I mean, there's
Oh
probably,
gosh.
he was
I have
naked.
a feeling I know a few
He
people
was
still have it somewhere.
Leave the bacon out of it.
It's the bacon.
But again, it'll be April 6th at 5 Central. Please join us. I think you'll have a good time.
Yeah, we'll share a link on our Facebook pages that week so everybody can have access to that. We have our channel up, but it's not necessarily active at this point. We
You can
haven't
post it on
uploaded
my
anything.
Facebook group too.
What's that?
You
Yeah,
can
we'll
post
create
it
a
on my
Facebook
Facebook group.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
And we'll create a link to that on our personal pages. So
There it is. Look
But
for that
Hey,
we'll
logo.
definitely,
That's logo right there.
that's
Yep.
it.
That's the
we'll
logo
definitely
you're
be
going to want to
having-
look for when you see that logo on Facebook. Click on it because you're going to get
Yeah.
the link to go see the show. So check
There'll
it
be a
out.
link
That's
in
the
every-
logo.
there'll be a link in every chat for people to come on if you really want to discuss it. Whatever our topic is for the evening, it'll, we invite anybody to hop on, but we're going to try to stick to the topic on hand. I spent the last few months studying all of this. I've spent more time studying than I did studying anything in high school. So I have a lot of confidence in what we're going to be talking about. And I'm trying to go through and make sure everything's right, true. I don't want to say something that hasn't been
Proven.
proven. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know if I talk conspiracy theories, they're not proven, but we'll discuss it and you can put your own, thoughts to it and if you believe it or not. So, oh, there you go.
I saw that.
I can't read it. It's too small.
Oh,
Oh,
Billy said, Erica, will you be discussing mushrooms as in the carved variety?
Oh, okay. If you do, you gotta have Misty on to talk it with you about it.
I know. I was gonna say.
so keep that logo in mind. Embed that in your brain. That's the one you're going to be looking for.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you, Wendell. We are too. We are ready. Really,
Yeah.
we're just.
We've shared it with we went out to dinner last night with a bunch of people and we shared it with them and hopefully they'll we told them what we were doing and they, let us know. We're really interested in it.
Cool.
And then of course, me being me, I got into some of the topics and they're asking me questions and I said, well, just wait. These are the things we're going to talk about. I don't want to talk about it right now. So
It's not that he doesn't want to talk about it, but it would be a big.
Let down for the
We were
show.
leaving dinner pretty much, and it would have been a long conversation.
I'm going to try to be like Jerry and say that I'm going to keep it under 2 hours but I like to talk sometimes, so
luck.
I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, we'll
So,
see.
Good luck.
We'll see. But we're really stoked about it.
Well,
That'll be good.
mine is, like I say, it's so far been about an hour long. But if they want to keep talking when they get on the show, we'll keep talking.
Definitely, you
Right.
should. You should. As long as they're talking about the subject, that's the best part. But sometimes we get off subject, and
Yeah.
6 hours
I know
later.
I know what you're talking about. The late night, the woodwalkers, and all this show, and everything else that
Thanks,
you just comes out there.
Oh yeah, Phyllis, definitely.
hmm
We'll have to have quite a few moderators, I think, because to be honest with you, after probably 4 or 5 shows of things we're going to be talking about, the bots will be released, and we know how that works.
Well, you just send me one of those wrenches and I'll start smacking them out of the sky like.
Yep, same here. Yep, be
I'll
happy to
just
help.
probably make everybody a moderator. Oops.
Probably if you're going to be delving down some of the holes, I think you're going to be getting into some serious topics. Yeah, it
Yeah.
might pay to have at least a handful, just
Yeah.
because not everybody can be there every week for you.
Right.
Right.
And
I
sometimes
haven't figured out how to make a mud yet.
sometimes some moderators will take naps during their moderating.
They will remain nameless, of course, but Jeff, I mean, it could be. Yeah, never mind.
We got it. We got a Joe on here. I'm not sure what Joe that is, but Joe, it's trying to get on here. We got a black screen. Keep trying, buddy.
Hi, Joe.
I can think of 2 Joes. So. Okay, we got a Joe
Hey,
on here.
I only came on because Biff Bud said he'd buy a T-shirt if I came on.
I know what Joe it is.
There it is.
Oh goodness.
Now, Bud, you owe me one.
Joe, what are you into tonight?
Just being lazy, waiting for the storm to come in.
Oh.
Where are you at, Joe?
East of Dallas, Texas.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
About an hour east of it, Dallas.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're really
So, Bud,
hammering us out.
I got you down for one T-shirt. How about Angie?
Sure.
I think it really has got like 8 left. This is them right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And people ask me, say, what does Patty 352 mean? And if you know anything about the Patterson Gimlin film, 352 is the frame that Patty turns around and looks back at Bob and
Oh, that's
very cool.
interesting.
Yes.
Very cool.
it says
Which, by the way, I've never
Walter
seen that
Cowboy
movie.
on the bottom. And
That movie.
Oops.
I thought it was a movie.
No, that's the Patterson Gimlin film. That's
that's
the
the
video footage where
is
you
it-
see Bigfoot turn around and look.
so it's not a documentary. It's a.
It's in documentaries. but
I've
that's-
never seen that documentary.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Where you been? What rock you been hiding under?
she's new to all of this.
I mean, I think it's kind of cool though because I'm not biased at all. I just listen to everybody's stories, and I kind of like it that I don't have anything to compare it to.
Nah, you gotta have something to compare it to be really into it.
Well,
And this,
it's
by the way,
interesting
this shirt is not what it looks like. It looks just like this, but if you'll notice the Sasquatch here, it doesn't have any boobs.
So that's male. You can see the nuts. Just kidding.
Oh.
And so I told the ladies to do my T-shirts to you better change
He's
that.
fired.
So she changed it. It looks like a female now.
Yeah,
It's
we
good to see
actually
you, Joe, man. It's been a while.
Well, I was going through some tough times, I guess, and had to stop, and I got too caught up in YouTube algorithms and crap like that. And
Oh man,
Yep, that'll mess
know
things
all
up.
about it. I'm fighting it right now. It's really bad. It's enough to drive you crazy. On a different subject, different channel.
I've been able to go do monetize twice since I've been doing this, and I turned it down. But now I need to get monetized.
Yeah.
People, a lot of people think that other people go out looking for Bigfoot. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, it's crazy and wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, really, all you got to do is just go camping, whether you see them or not. That's a plus.
Like we went down to, it was Blue Eye Northern Pat, Joe Parker, my wife, and me went down to Flat Rock's place. And when we was down at Flat Rock's place, I think it cost me $500 just to go up there and back, and plus because we all split the bill, So it cost us a lot to go down, and that's when gas was really high too. It was like $4 or $5 a gallon. And I know y'all people out there in California on the West Coast say, "God, it's cheap."
Yeah. Is that cheap, David?
I don't know. Nah.
I see BF Bud say he wants breast on his shirt. Wait till I'm going to talk to Angie later on, and we'll see if we can't hook you up.
I tell you, I went out to California for a week, and gas, I was paying $6 and $7 a gallon.
That's crazy.
I don't know how the people out there live like that.
I can't either. I mean, with the price, everything is expensive out there, and you pay all kinds of taxes.
I used to drive a big truck, and I drove out there all the time, delivered stuff, and these people had like a 1-bedroom apartment. Man, they're paying like $2,500 a month for this thing.
Yeah,
wow.
This little bitty thing. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Cost of
What
living
kind
out
of
there
job
is
do
ridiculous.
people have to pay that?
I don't know. He was working a vending business. I was the guy that delivered all the stuff that go in those vending machines that you see like in Walmart. You go and pay the 50 cents, you turn a little knob, and the thing falls out. I delivered that kind of stuff to these people.
Okay.
Well, I know I started working for a company in 1983, making $4 an hour. By the time I left in 2022, I wasn't making $15 an hour yet.
Wow.
So I don't know how anybody paid them high prices to live.
I remember my first job, I was baling hay, and I think I was getting a nickel a bale.
But that was good money way back in the 20s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Back then, they didn't even have cars.
Well, I remember in the
I see Flat Rock.
60s and 70s, gas was like 10 cents a gallon. Cigarettes was quarter a pack.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know when I started driving, I think regular unleaded was like 72 cents.
Yes. Yep. I used to pump a 79.9 up here when I was working at a gas station up the street here.
I used to get crystals 10 for $1.
Whoa.
That's the same as White Cap.
Man,
That's crazy.
I mean, even since even in the past 10 years, prices on things have gone through the roof. You remember the old $5 Arby get 5 for 5 roast beef sandwiches?
Yeah.
And now it's like for $5 you can get 2 maybe, and they're much smaller now.
I
We
think
had
they're
the Little
$6
Caesars
now.
hot and ready pizzas for $5.
I think they're $6 now for 2.
Wow.
That's
That
not
was-
right, Kraken. That's not right, Kraken. I lost my a billfold at a meet and greet, and I mean it's the first time I met Flat Rock too, and I had the money to get back home on, and Flat Rock just come out and said, "Here, man, here's like $500 if you need it." I'm like,
Telling you, that's awesome.
Wow.
and come to find, I still
Good
think my
friend.
friend Kenny did it, hid my billfold, but we found it. And
I was going to ask Joe.
Okay.
I was going to say, Joe, how much money do you have in your wallet? Because maybe he found it and just gave you $500 out of your wallet.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Flat
No,
Rock.
he
I'm
wouldn't
kidding.
do that.
He probably got a kick out of it.
my wife became a true
I ain't
believer
sharing that, Kraken.
at Black Rock's place. That night,
Flat Rock-
I think it
yeah.
was last night we was there that we heard this howl that just unbelievable. Pat heard it, and Joe Parker heard it, and me and my wife. I think Ken was fast asleep. I don't know, but he didn't hear it, but we all heard it, and it just went on forever. It seemed like it didn't even stop. And
Yeah, I want to get down to Flat Rocks one of these days.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
I finally got to go to the man cave.
Saw the pictures. Good pictures.
Yeah. It was during the daylight, so I didn't get to experience nothing really, but I had a good time talking with Coonbo and everybody and eating some of Greg's cooking.
That's worth it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth it.
I need to ask B.F. Bud if Angie ever got Ralph Rose's autograph. He knows what that means.
Woodwalker. I'm sure Woodwalker's had a good show today. The guest is pretty interesting. Yeah. Last
Yeah,
week,
this part
I didn't
two
get to see
of
this
that.
week's yet. So
That was a part two. Yeah.
yeah, we were out of town. We didn't get to see it today. Michael Hake.
Now, Pat, you're guilty too because you want your picture with old Ralph Rose. Woodrow, is that? I call Michael Haywood Woodrow. Is that the ones you go carp fishing in, Woodrow?
Mhm.
You have a blonde hair.
I can't keep up with chat and look at this too.
Yeah,
it zips by.
it does.
Oh, Jerry, that was what I wanted to tell you. I forgot earlier. Josh sent me a message. He was out hiking up around the state game lands
Okay.
and Blue Balloon.
Again.
Yeah. Bunch of snapped off trees at the right height too.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to be getting over to the peninsula then.
Yeah. He got this right there, going up into the state game. Not
Yeah.
I'm talking about PA, not
Oh.
the peninsula. Yeah.
Okay. Wrong person. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like I need to go over there.
Yeah, we're supposed to have them on. What? Right?
Huh?
Is this the people you were going to have on from on the other side of the? What game lands you talking about?
No. I'm talking about my buddy Josh, the one
Oh.
he was hiking up
Yes,
in the
yes.
game lands,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I was lost. Okay.
today it was sending me videos, and I'm like, huh.
Okay.
Because I found the blue balloons like that before.
Yes. They seem to be prevalent for a well white
Joe, do
color.
you
of their
ever
choice.
find blue balloons? You there?
Joe?
I hate wearing these glasses. I can see my. It's like I got big eyeballs.
He didn't hear you. Try it again, Jeff.
Joe, you ever find blue balloons out in the woods?
Not that I can remember.
I know a lot of people have mentioned finding them in weird places.
Blue balloons.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, there's Bigfoot Todd.
Yeah, what a hell of a show we had with him.
Inflated or flat?
They're usually flat.
Yeah.
like is somebody leaving them as gifts or
Or they're finding them somewhere and carrying
Yeah.
them around. I don't know.
We have a local
No.
area that a bunch were found.
Yeah.
maybe at
I've
a
heard
gender
that.
reveal party?
I've heard
I
that.
know Bigfoot ain't going out and buying them, so.
I don't know. I think I seen a couple of them at the Dollar General this morning.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you
I
didn't
can see
see,
if the damn things blew off from somewhere, but the likelihood of them ending up where people find them, I don't think they got there on their own.
just the amount that you find is
Yeah.
puzzling in a spot in an area.
Yeah, because especially the peninsula with what's next to it, that they find all sorts of balloons in there.
Haywood, that's wrong.
Todd said he found a blue one. Did you see that,
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yeah, I was getting ready. Yeah, I was getting ready to bring that up. Yeah, he said he didn't know what to think of it at the time, but yeah, there was some found over here in this peninsula area I'm talking about, nearby a dump, no doubt. Okay,
Yeah.
not in the dump. They were gathered, collected, and put in an area separate from that particular.
That's wild.
And this is not a place where a kid's going to go back in and
Yeah.
play with balloons or whatever. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I've
probably
heard
somebody
That
gifting
was
them.
an eggshell.
Yeah.
I found an eggshell that day when I found
Mhm.
that one.
Are they helium filled or just well, I guess you said they're flat, but
well,
It would have-
usually
A
if
lot
they're
of
foil,
times
they're
like
helium
those,
filled.
reflective,
Mylar?
like the Mylar ones, the blue Mylar.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times that's what you'll find. Weird thing is, I've found some of our blue plastic wrap that comes with our silage trenches that we use for the cows. That plastic has like a blue wrapping. I've found a ton of that stuff in just random places all the way through the back of the farm.
Well, maybe you should clean up your trash better, Jeffrey.
I do, but the way I end up finding these things doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
It wasn't wind, Spencer.
Yeah. You sure there weren't red balloons? Are you sure they were blue? I just want to say though, this past Wednesday night show with Bigfoot New York Todd, yeah, excellent show, excellent stuff that they're doing up there in their research. Go back and watch that show, not for our good, just for your good and knowledge to see what all they're doing is awesome, awesome stuff. Sure.
Who was he on?
Old Line Cryptids, our show this
Wednesday?
past Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Really? Come on, Blackie.
The one where I had to go
I
to
was
bed.
there. You know,
I know he was there. Yeah, that's some good stuff, man. They're trying out some stuff, and it's working. It's pretty cool.
Rusty.
I've heard that crows have a fascination with blue stuff, like blue marbles and stuff.
Yes.
So maybe it's crows picking up the balloons from somewhere else and
It's
Mhm.
yeah, very
Drop
very
them
well
off.
could be. I mean, there's
that's,
probably a reason, but
that's what gets me about these people that do the gifting. They put the marbles out there, and they come back and find out there's no marbles.
Yeah.
You know, crows are known to get those marbles and stuff and put them in the nest and stuff like that. You think it's a shiny object like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen videos of them. I've never seen one do it itself, but and that's why Flat Rock called me a skeptic, because I debunk a bunch of that stuff. I mean, it could be Bigfoot doing that. I'm not saying it's not.
right.
I'm just saying you got to think about everything that can go on. Like my
Right.
show, I don't bullshit in I don't take pictures of dark spots in the bushes or burnt tree stumps,
Right.
or I try to go through everything else that could happen. And if I check off all the boxes and say it's not that, of course, everything could be a Bigfoot. like the
Sure.
broken limb, stuff like that. And people say all these trees that fall like make an X. They say that's because Bigfoot's marking his property. Well, if Bigfoot wants to be secluded somewhere, why would he put up an X? Because if I knew that Bigfoot made an X because that was his property, first thing I'm doing, I'm going out there. You know?
Right.
Yeah, you got to find out why. Yeah.
I'm going out that way because that's Bigfoot's property. I'm going out there.
Well, if them X's, the trees are in the hole, if they grew in, I don't count that as nothing but a
Right.
natural fall anyhow. But if there's no hole, no stump, then I think it maybe.
Yeah, so you could question that. That's the way I look at it. I go out there and look and say, no. But then when I was down at Flat Rock's place, I went out by myself, and Pat jumped on me for doing this. Going out by myself because I did get lost out there in his property. But I had a picture of what looked to be an X. I'm like, look at that, and I get the camera and I walk around the side of it, and the trees are not an X; they're just
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah, they're not even
Right.
touching. I see that a
Make
lot.
it look like an X. If you're looking this way at it, it looks like an X. But I tell you what, Flat Rock, I think he has the most evidence of Bigfoot I've ever seen. I mean, that's no doubt.
From what I've watched,
Yes.
I'll agree 100% with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the sounds, the videos he's got of the sounds, and wow.
And the videos he's got of the Bigfoot's coming out. I think it's his mom's house. He's got a camera that shows this damn thing walking out there. I think she went to get the dog food, or she had some dog food on the back porch. This damn Bigfoot walks right up there, and he's got a video of it. And then when Bud and Andrew were down there, they had that FLIR going. They got a FLIR video of something moving back there in the trees, and it didn't look like no deer.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
saw that
right.
one too.
Yeah. Well, he had
You know,
some. We had him on.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
If you go into the woods and find a
Okay.
tree roots up, now that's definitely questionable because that doesn't happen through wind unless it's a small tree. And that's one that's always fascinated me is when people have pictures of these pretty good sized trees with the roots up. That's not a human being picking those trees up and sticking them in the ground that way out in the middle of
Like
nowhere.
the one I got down there at Hollins.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've also heard. Now I don't know nothing about loggers, and I don't know nothing about all this stuff. But I was watching Mountain Beast Mysteries, and he was up north of Nordy, which I would love to go up there. I'd love to meet Justin too. But he came across some big old huge trees stuck upside down, and he said that the loggers do that to mark trails down through it. They get the big machines, cut them down, stick them in there to mark where they're going.
We find that a lot here.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. And you can almost always tell it's them because it's usually next to like a skid road or like you can see where they've ran their equipment through or next to a clear cut.
Logging road.
That makes more sense.
And
Out in the
they'll
middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And they'll take big boulders and set them on top of stumps.
Markings.
What, Wendell?
I said, if you look at the trees that they turn upside down with the machines, don't they have marks on them?
You would think where it grabs them and turns them upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that one where it shows these big old huge, 50-foot tall trees and it's shaking and going through the woods. I've seen videos. I don't know what they call them, about these machines that grab these big old trees and pluck up out of the ground and walk with them. And in one of the videos, you can actually see the machine in the bottom of. You can see the claw that's grabbing the tree.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Even if it was a Bigfoot, I mean, I know that they're. I don't know, but I think that they're very strong. But to carry like a 50, 60-foot tall, pull a tree out of the ground and walk with it.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
It could be a Scottish Bigfoot, and he's doing a caber toss, if you know what that is. That's where you throw the giant poles. Yeah, there you go, David. Yeah. I don't know. That's to me. I've seen a lot of pictures. Again, I've never seen anything, but in studying the pictures of some of this stuff, that's the one that fascinates me the most. Is when they find a tree upside down in the middle of the woods. The X's, if it's out in the middle of nowhere and not like Wendell said, there's no holes in the ground. It might still be a branch out of the tree two trees that just fell, but the upside down tree with the roots in the air still baffles me.
There's people talk about the branches that are broke and twisted. Now, I went back, I did my homework on this, that I watched a lot of trees that fall. When they fall, they hit like a tree beside them and they'll twist and fall. And you can watch these on YouTube. When they fall like this, if they're falling, they hit a tree limb and twist.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying a Bigfoot didn't do all this stuff. I'm just saying you just got to look at everything.
You do have to look at it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
then,
when you find that tree break and there's nothing around it to break it, that's a different story.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly right.
True.
But I like to say, I like to go through and say, well, could have this done that or this done that?
Mhm.
Or,
I think before anybody says it was a Bigfoot, the first thing you should do is ask all the questions to try to prove that it's not a Bigfoot.
right.
And then if you get to the end of that and you're still skeptical, then maybe that's what you should think. This obviously wasn't this machine. We don't see marks in it. We don't, it wasn't this. It wasn't two branches. This is in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I've asked myself all these questions. Now, what do I think it is? Well, it could really be a Bigfoot. I mean, that's kind of you just can't go and go, oh, Bigfoot did that. That's not, you got to.
Or you hear something out in the woods. I put out a video a few years back. It's called "Stop Thinking Everything in the Woods is a Bigfoot," and I put all these animal sounds on this video. And you couldn't. I just said, "Guess what these animals are?" Then I'd show the picture of them. And I think Bud got everyone but the armadillo. I had a squealing armadillo on there. I never heard an armadillo squeal like they did in this video. But a lot of people like a loon or something at night. A loon at night, man, makes some crazy noise. And bobcats. Bobcats make some wild noises, boy.
Peacocks do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the good
I've
thing
had
is,
several of them. They will scare the living shit out of you.
and nowadays you can go on YouTube and just type in, coyote sounds, and it'll give you 20 different sounds a coyote makes.
Right.
From a bark to a growl to a yip to whatever. It'll make that. And you can do that with every animal. And your best bets when you hear a sound is to, okay, let's go. And was it this? Before you
I think for years around here that people would mistake, coyote howls with something else.
Or
Which
mountain
I
lion.
only started seeing coyotes again until a few years ago.
And I've played bear sounds, but bears, you can most of the time you can pick out that it's a bear.
Yeah.
The bear just gives that little grunt, little thing, but it sounds more like a bear. What we heard at Flat Rock's place, there's no way that could have been a human. No way.
right.
Because it lasted longer than an opera singer could sing. I mean, well, I was asleep. I think my wife heard it first. She woke me up, and then we hollered at Pat, and Pat was still awake. I think Joe was asleep. She woke up Joe, and that thing was still hollering, one solid holler.
That's
And
wild.
that made my wife a true believer then.
Yep.
Well, Blue Eye is the one who caught the recordings that I have on my Facebook page from down there at Hollins. And that was where I heard my very first howl at 4:00 in the morning, sitting on a bucket.
That sounds a lot better than 40 yards in the dark at 9 o'clock at night. I can tell you from experience.
Yeah.
All right, Kraken, I see your comment over there.
Joe,
You mean
Jerry and I are actually in Maryland, so we're like in one of the last places you would look for these damn things.
Yeah, Maryland. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw it out because I've heard not stories, but experiences from, so many people now that everybody's in so many different states. I think they're in every state. I truly do. They're everywhere. We just, I've always said from the day one that people have different frequencies. And I think a lot of people can pick up things I can't see because maybe my frequency's lower. But I think that some people have the ability to, I'm listening to woodwalkers today. The ladies that are the things that what was her name? I can't remember.
Lisa.
What she talked about, that's amazing. I mean, that you have that many experience with so many different things in your life. And there's got to be something to that, because I'm 57 years old and maybe I just haven't been paying attention, but I haven't seen anything. Now, again, I believe it all because you guys that have these experiences talk about it with passion, and, you're on multiple different podcasts telling your experiences. And I'm definitely going to be like, okay, well, these people, they say the same thing every time with passion. They've seen this. They know what they're talking
about. I didn't hear my first howl till I was 63. So,
okay. So I believe there can be in every state. I mean, obviously, everybody thought they were in Oregon and Washington State when we were kids. Bigfoot, one Bigfoot. There's a Bigfoot.
When I seen the Patterson Gimlin film, I didn't see the Patterson Gimlin film when it first came out. I think I was like 14 or something. It came out in '67, and I'm like, wow, man, there's a creature up there in Northern California, just one. And then a few years later, the Legend of Bugger Creek comes out. It's from Arkansas. So I'm like, oh, there's two monsters out there.
There's one Loch Ness monster. There's one Yeti. We've always been accustomed to believing what everybody tells us when school or whatever, until you go out like a lot of you guys have and go out in the woods and really walk back in the woods. I don't think you're really going to, until you've done that, you're not going to really notice anything. You're just going to blindly walk into the woods, not pay attention, worried about where you're on the trail, where you're at on the trail. You're not listening to the sounds. You're not paying attention to trees. But I think once you have that first experience, you start paying more and more attention. And that's what I'm learning from all of you. We went last year after, I think we did Woodwalkers, we went to Big South Fork, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pay attention. I didn't see anything or hear anything, but that was one time. I don't probably haven't gone to the woods as many times as, you guys have. So I love hearing your experiences and hoping someday I have an experience. Maybe not face to face.
Careful what you wish
I
for.
walked up on a deer twice, and they'd jump up and blow and scare the crap out of me.
Yeah. And I'm also the guy that goes, I go into the woods armed everywhere I go. Now I'm not carrying what's Greg carry a
357.
357. I'm usually carrying a 9mm. So if there is a Bigfoot out there and he doesn't like me, I'm probably just going to piss him off even more. But I still want that, to prove to myself.
I don't carry a gun out in the woods thinking about Bigfoot. I'm thinking about hogs and crackheads.
Now, crackheads is a good one around. Yeah.
Coming from someone who's encountered strange people in the woods during hunting season, I'm more concerned about crackheads than I've encountered crackheads during bear hunts, and it was safer dealing with the bear.
Right.
I was nervous.
I get nervous when I have to park my truck somewhere to go out somewhere. All I'm thinking about is
you're wondering if it's going to be there when you get back. Yeah.
I'm like, I can't afford a new windshield.
Right.
But Pat was bringing up a thing about the killing field we had found out in Flat Rocks. I think we found, I don't know, Pat, you might correct me. I think 12 or 15 deer skeletons all scattered out about, I don't know, 25 yards apiece. There was about 5 or 6, no, there's about 3 of them wrapped around a tree. The skeletal remains wrapped around a tree. Not up in the tree. They were on the bottom, like he picked up his back feet and broke his back and just left him laying there.
They were all scattered
their
out. Legs broken.
Some of the legs were broken, some weren't.
What about
the
neck?
I sit there and thought about sitting down. If a deer hunter did that, he would come out there and just dump them off in the ditch. He wouldn't take them out in these woods and scatter them out. And they were all scattered about. It was just, I couldn't believe it, especially the ones wrapped around a tree. Now, what would do that? A coyote's not going to wrap a deer
Yeah,
around
and
a
that's
tree.
not like the county road was dumping them. They wouldn't be throwing them around a tree.
Yeah, and we're right there by the creek. And where I live, I've got a creek down like this, and then we find deer carcasses down there all the time. People just drive by and dump them off the creek. Dumbasses, but I guess, I don't know. But it was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was unbelievable. And Joe Parker and Flat Rock were there too. It was just all amazed. And I think Joe and Ken found a couple of footprints out there, but that was it. But besides all the skeletons out there, that was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I watched a DA and Robbie one night, and they had a video where they were out at I don't think it was LBL, and Robbie's in chat, he might be, but they found a deer.
I know where they were.
Where the deer legs were twisted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
And that to me, I was like, what takes an actual deer leg? And a bear doesn't do that because a bear can't grab like that. But
when you're processing a deer, you just normally saw them off. You don't.
Right. But everything was twisted, and they found that in the woods. And I was like, that was one of the big moments. I was like, okay, all right. I don't want to be in the woods with a
I don't
Bigfoot.
know if anybody's ever tried like cleaning a deer to do that. You can't.
You cannot do it.
You're not strong enough to break that.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, Joe Parker and Flat Rock are the deer hunters out there. I'm not a deer hunter, but they said that they've never seen anybody that would dump a deer carcass out there that was like that.
I haven't seen anything like that, and I've butchered a lot of deer in my time. So has David.
Yep.
I
And
found a carcass one time that somebody had cut the head off for a trophy and left the carcass.
The meat would still be there rotting until something got to it and started eating on it.
Yeah, you'd think if coyotes came out there, they would drag the bones away. But
they would. They'd scatter them everywhere because I've
they
seen
were scattered. They were just mostly whole carcasses out there, or skeletons out there.
That's wild.
Now, Joe, one of the strangest things I've ever found was 2 carcasses hanging from deer stands over here.
Wow. I think that might scare me a little bit.
Well, it was the same year that I got screamed at back here on the back of the farm. Still,
was it your deer stand? Was it your deer stand?
It was my deer stand. It was 2 of my stands.
No, I don't think I play around with that.
And the night that I actually got screamed at in the dark by one, a limb had fallen on a deer stand, and we were back here trying to get it off, and we were running late and decided to do it after dark. And I think we pissed somebody off.
Yeah, that could have been. He was out there hunting their deer.
I don't think, I'm starting to wonder. I tried looking back to see if something like maybe something threw that limb onto that deer stand, going after thinking about that. But that deer stand got that branch across it, and then we got yelled at trying to fix it. And then the other 2 deer stands a couple hundred yards from there, but none of the other, it didn't touch all of them in that vicinity. It just touched those 2 stands by putting carcasses in them, and then whatever happened to this stand, which is weird because if you kind of look at them on a map, those 3 stands were in a line. Now that I think about it.
Maybe that's trying to tell you something, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still went back and shot deer out of them, so I guess I didn't irritate them that bad. I don't know. Maybe they
Didn't-
hung it up on the stand because they wanted more. I don't know.
Maybe that you hadn't killed any deer, so they was going to help you out and said, here's two.
They took all the meat off of them already.
Oh, God.
So here's something, maybe the hunters out there in chat or you two, Jeff, maybe, I don't know who all, but something weird. Like, okay, so you had meat stolen possibly, or people's had like deer stolen and stuff like that. My neighbor used to raise sheep, and one of her sheep just mysteriously died. I don't know, maybe if this was some disease or poisoning or something, but just died. So she called me up, and I used my tractor and hauled it here on my place and just dumped it up over the bank over here. And nothing touched that sheep. It laid there and just rotted naturally. I mean, it didn't even look like flies got on it or anything.
That's like with some of these cows when we bury them.
Isn't
When
that
I
weird?
haul them back there, before I cover them up with compost, a lot of times nothing touches them.
That's weird.
And it's usually the big milk cows, like the biggest piece of meat laying out there. And a lot of times it's almost like everything that comes to eat on them waits till they start to deteriorate.
This thing never got touched at all. I mean, every bone laid in its spot. The wool
I've
laid
seen it
there.
where it
The
looks
wool-
like they just laid there mummified, basically.
Yeah. It was weird.
About the only thing that touches them seems like is the buzzards. Maybe they might go peck at them, and then you'll get maggots and whatever. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then other times, something will go in there and just tear carcasses apart.
Yep. I wonder why that is.
Well, hey, guys, I'm going to have to get off here. I got to get up early in the morning. I got grandkids to take to school.
Uh-oh.
Best part of my day.
Heck yeah. It's good
Awesome.
stuff.
And thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for coming on,
Good
Joe.
to see you, man.
Can I
And
say that I'm trying to, I need 25 more subscribers to get to 2,700. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go subscribe.
Watching Cowboy. Watching Cowboy.
I think I
Get
am.
over there and subscribe, guys and gals.
I've already subscribed.
I think
Good
I
night.
am too.
Good night to everybody in chat too.
Good night, Joe.
Cracking,
Night, Joe.
cracking it up.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Wow, that's awesome. Good to see Joe again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's getting active. Said he's going out again, so that's good. Good deal. That's
I guess now I'm going to have to go up to the state game lands, Jerry.
yeah, absolutely. I apologize for leaving you guys a few minutes ago. I kept hearing what I assumed was a medevac helicopter, and it was, and it's landed over here at a church on the other side of the hill. I could hear it. I went outside to, and when I looked over towards Route 136, sure enough, there's red lights. So evidently, there's a bad accident at this intersection again up here. So,
Oh, boy.
other side of the hill.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
in
all
between.
too common.
It's basically in between Jerry and I. It's
He just went up. You could just hear him go up, and he's flying over, headed to shock trauma.
Wow.
well, a lot of times if I've been outside, I can't really hear too well in the house. If I've been over outside, I would have heard him probably.
It's actually to my east. It's not between us. It's a church on the other side of 136.
The route they usually take when they head,
They'll go over top of you and me both. Yes.
yeah, they'll come right over this way.
Well,
And
get ready. He's getting ready to fly over you here in about 20 seconds.
I think I
He's
actually
gone.
hear him.
He's gone. He just took off from out of here. Yeah, we're only 5 mile apart, so that helicopter gets to him pretty quick.
Yeah, usually Jerry and I both see what's happening in the air at the same time.
Yeah. We were having the D words. What we
Yeah.
suspected was a D word flying around.
Yeah.
It was a drone. Okay, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Well, I was standing outside the night they set Starlink up, and I could see it going.
That will blow your mind when you see Starlink. Have you all seen
Oh my-
Starlink before?
I have not
Yeah.
seen Starlink yet.
Oh my God.
My
It
neighbor.
was crazy.
I just talked to my neighbor about what we've been doing here. We had just gotten our first show started, Mason Dixon Cryptids, the first one. And he was going to come on and watch, interested in the subject and stuff. We talk here, neighbor. And it wasn't too long after, he sent me a message, said, "Hey, I got to talk to you." And he explained to me what he's seen. And I'm thinking, that sounds like Starlink. And I went and looked it up, and the picture showed exactly. I just wanted to double check exactly what he described, and I sent it to him. He said, "That's it. Where did that picture come from?" I said, "Starlink." He said, "Wow," but he said it was really low here too. It just
Oh, wow.
just
It was-
cleared the treetops. He said, "Well, it'll make you think that."
It was
It's
very
up high.
low.
Yeah.
When I saw it, because remember I called you that night.
Yes, I
When I
did,
seen
Mary.
it
I said the
going
dreaded
over.
B word. Yeah. Jeff has been awake this whole time. It's because we're letting him talk, Kraken. We're giving him freedom of. I won't say full freedom of speech.
Well, I know so many people when they see a SpaceX rocket and then the booster shoots off, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, UFOs, UFOs!" It's you need to like research that before you just go throwing the UFO word out because
Yes.
there's so much that gets launched into space now.
Yeah, if it's got a tail on it, it's not a UFO, it's a rocket.
Yeah, I mean, SpaceX pretty much launches like every other week, basically, to put Starlink in, over countries and to save astronauts. But yeah, you can't, and not everything's a UFO. That's for sure.
Joe Parker.
I mean, it is if you don't know what it is.
Hi, Gary.
Night, Gary.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Appreciate
Hi,
it.
Gary.
Not Gary.
We have
Yeah,
Wallops
good night,
Island.
Gary.
They launched stuff down here. What's Wallops Island? It's down on the Eastern Shore Peninsula. It crosses into Virginia, where Maryland, Virginia meet. There's
Well,
a place
don't
called
they
Wallops
like-
Island there, and
Don't they?
you can see them take off here from there.
Jerry,
Okay.
don't they got places that launch right there outside of Chincoteague too in Virginia?
That's Wallops Island. They're very
Yeah,
close
well,
to that.
I was gonna say it's right.
Wallops Island. Yeah,
So
same place.
Wallops, anybody that doesn't really know how it's set up, there's two different islands that are right across from each other. One's in Maryland, one's in Virginia, and it's all right down in that vicinity.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yep,
also
Wallops Island.
where, if you guys want to, anybody ever wants a good place to go visit, Assateague and Chincoteague are two very nice islands. There's wild horses that live on there.
Oh, yeah, cool.
That's they actually migrate a lot,
Here they migrate.
Oh wow.
and it's a big deal to go down there and watch the small horses do their migration.
And then occasionally
Across
they'll
the
have
water and stuff.
they have a roundup while they go out and remove some from the herd and send them off to auctions to trade, so you can try to break these crazy wild things.
That's a true story, Todd. Absolutely. Not that I have personally seen one, but I think my mother saw one here.
I know I've
86,
seen,
87.
I know
Before-
I've seen some stuff. My grandfather saw something.
Shut up, Jeff. Just say it. I'm trying to say something here. Hold on a minute. Anyway, my mother had seen something before she could
Yeah.
before she could say look, it was up and gone. Poof. I mean, just that fast. So whatever that was.
Has anybody ever watched the stars and then seen a star move?
Oh,
Yes.
Cindy.
Like a shooting star or?
No, like
No.
you're looking at it,
There and then it takes off.
and I watched one rise about 1,000 feet in elevation. It just shot up.
Yep.
And it didn't move at all. It's just like it was here and then it just moved.
I did the same thing. I was looking in the sky one night and I thought I was looking at Orion's belt, 3 stars.
Yeah.
And then wasn't too much long later, I saw the star on the right go left and there were only 2 stars. So I realized that I was looking at the wrong part of the sky for Orion's belt. So it wasn't a shooting star I saw. That's the only UFO story I tell, is that thing went straight across that way and it was lightning quick. like
Yep.
boom, gone. And because we had at that time lived near Dayton International Airport. And so, planes fly over all the time. There's high plane. This was not a plane. At that speed it shot across the sky. It was not a plane. And it was not a shooting star because it sat there just like you're talking, Jeff. It sat there and then went. So I totally get that.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
My son,
after
who's not-
hearing the story about that cop in Cecil County that chased that one,
Yeah.
and he passed a lie detector test.
Yeah.
And this is right over here by the peninsula. He chased it,
Wow.
shot at it, and he still has a job somehow. I don't.
Yeah. Cindy
Because they
has
asked him,
seen
they
one.
said, why did you open fire on? He said, I didn't know what its intent was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cindy's seen one out her apartment window down here in the town of Havre de Grace. And she said she looked up and it just was doing the zigzag stuff.
Oh, wow.
I seen that in the daytime one time.
Now, I don't know how much of this I believe, but one of the guys that used to deer hunt here, I kicked him off because he was too much of a trophy hunter, wouldn't shoot anything else except the big ones. And he claimed while he was in a deer stand one morning that a drone,
It's okay.
something that looked like a drone stopped in front of him while he was in a deer stand and just hovered there. And then it took off.
Mm-mm.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. To me,
Who knows? Who knows? But
the thing
I'm
that's
gonna go ahead, David.
No
Okay,
deal.
all right. I was
No,
gonna say
go
the
ahead.
thing that makes it different to me is a drone's gonna go and take off, whatever speed. These things are taking off at like bullet speeds or whatever,
Yeah.
where your eye
Or
can't
they,
even
can,
keep
or
up
they
with them.
sit somewhere for 15 minutes and then they
Yeah.
take off again.
Yeah.
I watched that over the park a couple months ago.
Yep.
Wendell looks like Jack Nicholson.
I hear that a lot.
Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, this is something interesting here. Watch night crawlers.
Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
I think I've seen that.
Mark's had the same experience. Seen a star sit still and take off.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. My son, who's
They are-
not a believer in anything, told me that the only thing he ever really seen that was really strange. Him and his friend were getting ready to call it a night, and they were laying on the hood of the car, looking up, just talking. And he said they were both looking up in the clear sky, and then a seemingly star just took off, like you guys are talking about, just boom. And he said they'd been laying there, looking up at the night sky for like an hour, and he said it took off so fast their eye couldn't even keep up with it. He goes,
let's be honest. Now that we have these things, how many people are paying attention to what's up there?
No.
We don't stare at the sky. Good, Dave. Good. I mean, that's just it. We live in an area that's fairly dark still, but unfortunately we have a baseball field that they leave their lights on 24, not the big lights, but so their security cameras pick up stuff, or we would have perfect blackness out here, our darkness, and we can still see the sky great. But if you don't have it, like David, I don't know where you live. I know what state you live in, but I don't know how dark it is around you or how many lights around you. But when you get no light, the amount of things that you can see in the sky, I've seen pictures out in the middle of nowhere, like let's say Colorado or Vegas or Nevada, out in the middle of nowhere, and you can see colors in the sky, more stars than you can possibly imagine. A lot of
no
people
light
never
pollution.
no light pollution, and that's a lot of us are never going to see that where we live. But again, we're back to more people are paying attention downward than upward. And who knows what we would all see if we looked at the sky more. We might see more things moving through the sky. I don't know.
just like when you're in the woods, if you look up every now and then,
That's true.
think about that too. They've been seen up
Because
there,
I'm
right?
paying attention to the path most of the time.
Sometimes you got to
Yep.
look up. You don't always look 8 foot, 9 foot when you're looking straight ahead either. How about looking down sometimes too?
That's
And up.
yeah. Yep.
There's
That's
more
what you
than
have to
I
tell
think
new
I'm gonna-
hunters. You have to tell new hunters, you have to look at where you're stepping, but you want your eyes back up and looking around and
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
yeah.
You want to run up on something.
Yep.
And now that we know that boogers like to climb trees, I've had several guys tell me next time you're out in the middle of the woods, make sure you look in the trees too.
Yep.
That's what I mean. Sometimes you got to look up
Yeah.
and down on the ground. You know,
Big cats like to
get
be up
down
in
on
those
all
trees.
fours. So yeah,
Well, I mean, I
Bears.
completely stumbled upon that trackway last year, and it was because I looked down at the ground.
yes.
Yep.
Me and my stepfather was sitting out on a 4th of July up in Heflin, kind of watching the fireworks around town shooting up, and there's a constellation. I don't know what it is. Forms a V up in the sky, and there was one of the stars, and it, after about 2 hours, started coming down closer, getting bigger and brighter. Then it did a V turn and went right straight out of sight.
Huh.
Do not doubt it.
And you're talking about that Z across the sky. I was working on pickup out there one day and looked up, and there come one that did that Z turn. It was
Wow.
bright, just a bright light, and did a Z turn. It was unreal how fast that thing was.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're not alone in this universe here. So
Nope.
It,
we're on
And
this earth.
there are a bunch of little lights that looks like stars way up there that you'll see them going across there, then they'll just disappear, or they'll appear and disappear a little bit further away. I've seen one that was coming up from behind the house going north, and it was going fairly slow. Then another one came up from behind the house and joined up with it, and one came out of the east and then turned right and joined them, and all three of them went straight north, went out of sight.
hmm
No doubt.
They used to tell us those were satellites, the ones that just kind of moved at a slow, steady
Oh.
pace.
Yeah. But when they start taking right turns or speeding up and slowing down to
There you
join
go.
them, that ain't no such thing.
There you
Yeah.
go.
because the satellite goes to orbit and that's where it stays. It'll
Yeah.
just go like that.
Exactly.
But I don't, Jerry, did I ever tell you about the video that Alex sent me from over by his place where he gets the activity of the
Right over here.
five light anomalies that were over
You
top of the
barn?
Grayson's, and they were like moving in a formation. Sometimes they would break off and move around.
Oh no, you sent me one video from it was on a farm over here somewhere, but I don't
It
recall
could have
that.
been the same. It could have been the same place.
Okay. Yeah, you did
When I
send me this
lived-
video a good while back.
I worked in Atlanta one Friday evening. I was coming back to Heflin going home, and I stopped at the Walmart in Douglasville to get some dog food. And when I pulled in, I noticed three lights that was sitting over the top of the store. One really bright one and two light, smaller ones. And I went in the store and came out, and they was still there. And I pulled out in the middle of the parking lot and started trying to videotape them. And as soon as I started videotaping, one of them went south towards Florida, and the other two kept sitting there until I left and came on home. I got a video of that on my Facebook and my pictures.
iPhone, nothing picked up.
Yeah.
Need to point the
And
screen.
I was over here riding through the national forest. And I pulled over on the side of one of these roads. And I stepped out and I did a whoop. And as soon as I did, I heard a tree crash.
Oh wow!
That's the. I stood there for another 20 minutes and didn't hear nothing. So I went on from there, and that's when I went up there to the Sweetwater Lake and found that fishing rod that somebody had run off and left, where the deer hide had been pulled off and thrown on the ground.
Oh,
Wonder why it
nice.
was left.
That's why they
Right.
left. Yeah.
Have you any of you heard about some reason they would put a line of rocks across the road?
No,
No,
No.
I haven't even heard that before.
no, it's the first I've heard of that.
I was riding through the national forest over there, and I started up this hill and got up towards the top, and there's a line of about 8 rocks in a straight line across the road from one side to the other.
How big were they?
Okay.
About the size of a cow pie.
Do tell, Todd.
Really, Todd?
Yeah. You know, those
So the closest
won't-
thing, Wendell, for me was
kind of like flat, but there's about the size of a cow patty.
the closest thing I've seen to that was me and my sister and my wife were driving, and we were up in like some gnarly country, beautiful boogery country, and we started going up this one road, and there was two. It's kind of hard to get. They were probably like twice the size of a basketball or something. Two boulders, if you want to call them that, sitting one in each track. It was like a 2-track road where you barely could drive your truck up through there. And there was no other rocks anywhere, no dirt or nothing, just 2 perfect boulders sitting in each of the tracks. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
There's one about like that up there at LBL
Our green
behind at the Colson Hollow. That little, if you look behind the toilet there, there's an old road over there in the woods. There's a big rock down there in the middle of that road. Don't know where it came from.
Very interesting.
Yeah, 3 to 4 points diagonally to the nest I found.
Mark said that was in Coosa Wildlife Management.
What was?
Where he
He
found
has
rocks.
seen
Yeah.
he has seen rocks before. Yeah.
Oh. But
I wonder if Coonbo would know something about that.
if anybody does, he should.
Yeah, you would think.
Well, you got to see him over the weekend, didn't you, Wendell?
Well, it was I think it was Thursday evening, just before the storms came in. It started raining, and I came home from Greg's that night. So, yeah, it was on Thursday, and we went out on I think it was Monday or Tuesday night up to another spot away from camp, and he did a couple of hollers, and we heard something way off in the distance answer back, and then was down at the camp, and a bunch of coyotes went off. It sounded like they was actually in camp around the corner from where we was at, and I don't remember who did a yell. Then somebody else yelled across in the campground. The coyotes shut up, and then I backed down across the lake, down past the dam down there, there was another response from down there. And then the geese come flying in and they squawked all night long, so you never heard nothing else from then on. What you two looking at each other like y'all don't believe what we saying?
Oh no, I was asking her a question. She's got to work tomorrow, so she's getting tired.
Well, I guess we have been here an hour and 36 minutes.
Oh, we got another 45 minutes to go or something.
At least, right?
The country
I just want
goodbye.
to see Jerry's face.
My
I'm sorry,
phone's down to 38% and I got it plugged up. So I guess I'm going to have to get out of here and let this thing charge up. And I've enjoyed talking with all y'all. And
Yep. Oh, there's Miss
Hey, V.
V.
I'm glad you came on, Wendell. Thanks,
Definitely,
brother.
Wendell.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
don't
on.
forget, Thursday at 5, I'm supposed to be live with the Yeti Central. Sarah Big Nut.
Bignell.
Yeah, I keep getting that mixed up.
Yeah, we should be there. I'll be there.
All right, we'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
See you,
Night,
Wendell.
Wendell.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right.
Good
Good night,
night.
Wendell.
Is Miss V in the chat?
Yeah,
Yeah, Miss
Jerry,
V.
I think I might have to take a trip up to State Game Lands and walk around up there.
Yeah.
Right.
And that one state game land borders the Susquehanna, so
That's killing me.
Killing Miss Smalls.
Killing me, Smalls.
I'm trying to figure out where you're talking about.
I have to look at it on a map, but I have a feeling I know where he's talking about.
So it's not too far from here then.
It's about, I think he said it's about 600 acres.
The smaller ones are south in the state, so yeah. Usually. I mean, not all of them. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm typing to a person.
Because Pennsylvania has some pretty good sized state game lands.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
See, I didn't know until we went to Hollands that there was a difference between, like, I thought it was a state park, but you can hunt there and you can't hunt in a state park. I don't think,
No.
right? Okay.
Well,
Miss
you can
me, our
hunt in
prayers.
state,
Our prayers. to
you
you
can
and
hunt
your
in state
Yeah.
forest.
State forest, you can? Okay.
Forest,
state
yeah.
game lands in Pennsylvania you can hunt, yes.
Now, some state parks have certain hunting sections in them. Like
Mhm.
over here at Rock State Park has an archery only area that you're allowed to hunt in.
Yeah, because where we used to camp up in Ohio, they had
Like they would block it off
it was a
seasonally.
seasonal.
Yeah,
So the primitive got closed down so people could hunt that.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
It varies state to state. Some things are different depending on where you go. But I mean, all states have wildlife management areas, so that's strictly for hunting.
Okay.
I'm getting caught up with, yeah. Yeah, I thought so too, Todd. I meant to mention that last Wednesday, dadgummit, but I forgot to mention that. I'm not saying the tree falling was a Bigfoot, but it got my attention real quick. I was setting up my griddle, getting ready to cook dinner, and that tree went down. I looked around, and said, the trees ain't moving from wind or anything. I'm like, what in the world, you know?
Well, that video that Josh sent me from the game lands, you could see where
Go ahead.
Snapchat video, so I have to get him to send it,
Okay.
non-Snapchat.
Snapchat.
so
I don't
he might be able to send that one to me. But it looked like, right where they would break one. And the trees were only this, they weren't real big around, but no person's just gonna walk over there and snap
Yeah.
a small sapling in half like that.
But anyway, Todd, that's why I put that camera on that particular, I usually have a camera front, back, side, side on the RV every night. But I took that right side camera and put it over on that tree because it was facing the direction I heard that, and I got that whatever it is on
There's
photo.
Skin Quando, old David Wilfong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're in here an hour and 40 minutes. So
That's I go and I think back to the time, as much time as I used to spend in the woods around here. And now that I think about it, there's a lot of times I've heard trees fall and never been able to find a tree while I was out there hunting where it fell.
Wow.
So unless they
Yeah,
were
I just never paid attention while I was in the woods. Most of the places we hiked were hiked by other people. So if you heard a noise, you probably just thought it was another person.
Yeah.
There have been times I thought I heard people hammering in the woods. Now that I think about that, and I couldn't figure out.
Well,
Now it dawns on me, where was that noise coming from?
well, unless they were setting up their tent and they were putting the
Not
Yeah,
where
pegs
I
in the
hunt.
ground, but that wouldn't have been
Not
wrong.
where I hunt. You wouldn't be.
Right.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Ooh.
and that's further up. That's where she's talking.
yeah,
Wow. That would really be
if it's the
shocking.
same one.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. Jeff is still awake. Yeah. You had him excited, Wendell. And then the world famous Squatching Cowboy came on. That
Yeah,
woke
that
him
was
up
cool.
even more. So, the blue eyes. Moraine State Park near you. Okay.
Chad, when you guys,
Yes.
when you still know anybody in Ohio that's ever mentioned anything to you?
About Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Wow. No, we didn't get into the Bigfoot thing until like I said before, we met Greg and Roger in here in Tennessee. But now I'm hearing, between Mary, man, there's so many people now.
They go to
Kane,
Salt Fork.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's like, well, even Hocking Hills.
Well,
there's-
that's where Kane is. Kane's in Hocking Hills.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just like we've been to Hocking Hills a few times. Big South Fork or Salt Fork, we've never been to.
No.
We hiked more of the Dayton area and Columbus areas, but
Mhm.
now I'm like, well, man, we could have had a lot of things to do in Ohio, but we literally live 15 miles from Big South Fork, and the other one's Pickett State Park, but they're huge. Big South Fork actually turns into Daniel Boone. It's in Tennessee, it's Big South Fork, but as you cross the border, it becomes Daniel Boone, and it's huge, obviously. But
Yeah, Mary just said she goes to Salt Fork a lot.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
not too
we-
awful far from it.
yeah, we watch her show, and she talks about it. She's talked about it quite a few times.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have camped at Salt Fork that have had stuff happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where
That's
that is.
awesome, Mark. We look forward to that. Hopefully, Mark may have a live from the woods tomorrow night. That's cool.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Yeah, we'll be watching.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Won't we, Jeffrey?
Yep.
Let us know, Mark, for sure if you're going to do
Definitely,
that.
Mark. I know Mark's been
Yeah.
sending things on
Yeah,
Messenger when they're going live, so that's cool.
Yeah.
you definitely check that out.
Because for some reason I don't get a lot of. I subscribe to everybody, all notifications, and sometimes I don't get like Rogers. I don't get until after he's already started. 10 minutes down the road, it'll tell me he's live.
That's very
Facebook.
true, Todd. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad. Yeah,
No,
it's-
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yep.
I'm
So what's
excited to see what I get into when I go to that when I go back up to Green Ridge and Western Maryland when I go back to Allegheny a week before I go to Mary's camp out.
I was in
All right.
Western Maryland today. Yep. Not quite that far west, but Washington County.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back to Allegheny and check that out. I saw more stuff in Allegheny than I ever did when we used to camp out up in
See, Flat Rock knows.
Garrett. I've seen way more stuff in Allegheny. And a lot of areas like in Garrett are way more remote than a lot of the stuff in Allegheny that I've been in. Like you can where we stay, you can still hear the trucks on the interstate.
Okay, Mary brings up a great point there. And maybe you guys have some explanation. Why do you feel that people need to hoax this stuff? Why do
Make a
you
name
feel
for
that,
themselves?
Yeah.
Just being a
But-
jerk, maybe? That's
Yep.
hard to say.
I
Some
mean-
people live to stir the drama pot. I'll leave it at that.
Crazy.
Well, I think what happens to some of them is they
That's my
actually
opinion.
have
Yep.
like a legitimate experience, like certain people, and then they
Yes.
just get so into it that they have to like create,
They have to have more. They have
they
to
have to have more, and then it gets to the yeah. Mary got it right there.
Jagoffs.
Mary.
you watch your
A
language?
lot of bad
young lady.
people starting to rub off
It's
on you.
not
young lady.
wrong.
Rub off.
Well,
Okay, we're at the R-rated part of our show.
Exactly. Yep. Jerry's mom needs to go night.
no, she watches it the next day. Oh yeah. But anyway,
I've just
Yeah.
never understood why
But
people waste
that's a good point.
their time.
It's a good
It
point.
just it never makes sense. And I know when people, let's say they have an experience and then they talk about it, but they start messing their story up or whatever. I understand there's people that want attention to be known, but
Mhm.
to be a hoaxer, just doesn't make sense.
To be
You're just
tagged
known
as
as a complete a-hole then, it's like, well, okay, we've got these people putting wooden big feet on their or feet on their feet and walking through the woods. What purpose? What are you doing? That's just ignorant and stupid.
Mhm.
You are nothing but
Because-
trash.
if they have a channel that is being monetized or a good following and people buy into the BS, they're
Mhm.
going to do it. It's money in the bank.
Well,
That's how
we can apply that to other things we'll be covering because we know that's true in other subjects.
Oh, and all other
Oh,
subjects. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people will buy into it, they will do it.
Mhm.
They're going
Hey
to do it.
Chad, I got
Yeah.
an idea for when you start the oddcast.
Yeah.
Benghazi.
Oh, it's already one of them.
I already knew it. I already knew it.
It's already
Better
one of them.
channel than here, brother. Ooh-wee.
I have
I'm
so
gonna-
many topics
There's
right now.
that's gonna be a rabbit hole there.
It's in studying a lot of it right now, and even the Black Hawk Down situation in Somalia, the stories that come out of there, actually to the military guys,
Thanks, Jeff.
it'll baffle you. It's just you're not hearing the truth about anything. And, yeah,
I am not affiliated with that, so
For entertainment.
Gary, we
purposes
haven't
only.
gone down the hole yet. Okay.
I know. I'm just picking. Just picking.
Did you put JFK on the list yet?
Oh yeah, the whole JFK RFK thing, sure. And
That is
now that's not going to be something I can't talk about because everything's released. So the government, nobody can shut me down because of that, because that's all factual stuff now. I'm just going to be quoting from the 80,000 pages. Not that I'm going to read them right away, but going through the bullet points of 80,000 pages of what has been proven and who did what and where and why, who was a part of it. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
people need to know. And sorry. And I just think that's definitely a topic that needs to be hit independently. I other than me, you know, you're going to have Alex Jones talk about it. You're going to have, you know, Steven Crowder and all these other people talk about it, these big podcasters, but I'm going to talk about it. I want opinions from people, and hopefully,
Yeah.
I know not everybody, including myself, are going to read 80,000 pages of some redacted material as well. But, you know, it's just let you know about that agencies that are manipulating everything. So we'll stop there because this is Jerry's podcast.
William Robinson said he's going to be doing a podcast on the JFK autopsy.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
William, what's your podcast again, so I can remember? Because I know you started it, but
Yeah, I apologize, William. We have yours sounds super. I love how you have a topic and then there's a music topic with it. I'm a music freak, so.
Did you hear the big rumble, Jeff, outside?
I just heard it.
Did you hear that?
Sounds like a jet.
Nah, this wasn't a jet.
Right there, the Blues Doctor recommends.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
There's a
Yeah.
jet now. I hear a jet now.
Chad, once you start listening to podcasts like Sean Ryan, that really brings a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff out.
Sean Ryan is probably one of my favorite podcasts. When you hear stories from the military people or political people that have stepped away from everything, you know, I love the one with Sean Ryan and the sniper, the black gentleman with the dreads that was like one of the.
I haven't watched that one yet. I just got started on that this week.
That's the stuff you learn. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And yeah, they're making money off of it, but
That'd be something you'd probably like to listen to, Jerry, if you want to hear the level of
What's that?
the Sean Ryan show. He really gets a lot of good stuff because he was a former operator. He was a SEAL, so you know he knows a lot of how the way that stuff operates.
How do you guys have all this time to watch all these freaking shows?
It's called.
I don't know how y'all do it.
It's called I wear a Bluetooth and listen to this while I'm.
I can't do that when I'm editing video. So
Jeff's watching him while he's got his hand halfway up.
yeah.
No, I don't do that. I hire somebody to do that. So I got to check one once in a while, but
Tuesday.
Awesome, Rusty.
Yeah, we'll be there Wednesday or Tuesday.
There's a pulling
Midnight
tractor
Tuesday.
guy I know pulls up in Pennsylvania, and his name it's what he does for a living. His name of his tractor is called Elbow Deep. True story. That's
Hey,
funny,
Jerry.
Chad. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Can I put a knife up on the screen and show Todd kind of one
I
of the
don't
knives I
care.
make?
Yeah,
We were talking
yeah.
about like primitive stuff.
Yeah. There you
I don't know
go.
if I-
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
You can't really get the light of it, but
It's
it's
beautiful.
mahogany obsidian. It's like red and black,
yeah.
but it's not finished.
And-
It's not glued in yet, but
Wow.
yeah, I was just wanted to show them. And you guys got some coming too,
Yeah.
Cool.
Erica
Thank you,
and Blackie. Yeah, I haven't forgot you guys. I'm just really slow.
You sure about
Oh,
that?
you're good.
Yeah. David's got a bow that'll be back there getting worked on for the next 5 years.
Yeah, yours. I'm kidding.
Now that's beautiful, David.
And
Thank
Robbie
you.
was in here earlier, but shout out, Robbie's going to be making me my first tomahawk.
That's
Robbie's doing big things, man.
Shop, so
He's writing a second book already, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
But his first one's doing really
gotta-
good.
I gotta-
Congratulations. Yeah.
I gotta get into reading more of that book. I got it sitting upstairs.
I need an audio book. So
Well,
I love
I'll
audio
buy
books.
it.
That
Awesome.
it's just getting them. The problem they have is getting them done, and getting them out is the biggest issue of that. Not to mention, if you go through Audible,
No
or
window,
anything,
but I will.
percentage-
My apologies. I will.
Right. It's finding somebody like that can hold your attention.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause you listen to an audiobook and the voice is horrible, then yeah, it's just not worth listening to.
Yeah, sometimes the audible when they do it like Audible or one of those, they need somebody like Cam Buckner reading it because it's like a lot of times it's just real bland and it's not
Right. Absolutely.
He has
need
a
story
voice
to be
that you
fun.
don't mind sitting and listening to.
yeah.
Right.
He just
Absolutely.
has a special talent of telling a story. Yeah.
Now like there are some on the audiobooks that are really good at it. But some of them it's like listening to paint dry.
It's the good guys are always the old British guys that read stories. You're like, oh, these guys are awesome.
That's like if anybody's ever listened to any of the audiobooks that were made off of Peter Hapstick's Africa series. That's a lot. That's a good selection to listen to.
Chat's still busy. We're approaching the 2 hours.
I also enjoy like the Indian books on like Tales of the Jungle and man-eating tigers and stuff. That's some pretty good stuff to listen to.
David, you make amazing knives. Amazing knives, David.
Thank you, brother.
Do I get one too?
Hey,
Yeah, I never want to try to use it on
learned
anything because I'm
YouTube.
afraid I'd break it.
I literally learned how to do it by watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
It's awesome.
I got a buddy.
They look
Where
awesome.
do you collect all your obsidian from, David? Where do you get it?
It's about a 4-hour trip. Actually, I had some given to me, and that's kind of what I started first learning. Like I basically did a couple little arrowheads out of the boulders that I broke, but because I didn't know how to break the rock right, and then it's about a 4-hour trip to a place called Glass Butte, which is literally obsidian, like an obsidian. There's flows. It looks like creeks, but they're just flows of obsidian. And I brought home like a truckload.
How do you dig them up? Do you have to break it up to get it?
Most of it's smaller, small to medium.
Yeah. That's cool.
I have several.
That become a nice little business, David.
Yeah.
I know you don't do it for business, but
I don't, but it is actually it could be a big business.
yeah.
We have a place here in Tennessee that we've been to, not obsidian, but you can you can walk down a creek and literally pick up giant geodes. Still,
Nice.
you can tell they look like brains. Pick them up, crack them open, and all those beautiful crystals in there, and they're
Wow.
everywhere.
I love that.
I've got them surrounding our front porch on all the posts, trying to get some positive energy because Eric is so negative about everything.
It's one.
So
Get ready.
Yeah.
It's happening. Get ready.
Uh-oh.
It's happening.
There it is. There it is. There it
It's
is.
happening.
It's all right, Jeff. We only kid with you, brother.
I feel bad that I fell asleep on Todd the other night. That was a good show. It ended up being.
Yeah, he was pretty disappointed with you, I think.
Finally got David to start talking. That was the most I've had David ever talking before.
Now we got to do a checkup here. Hold on, we got to do a checkup. Got to check on the
There it is.
whiskers.
Look at that beard.
those whiskers.
It looks good.
It does look good.
Thank you.
What's Dee Dee think of it?
What's that?
What's Dee Dee think of it?
I think it's kind of grown on her. I think she kind of likes it. She doesn't necessarily like the neck, which is kind of scraggly anyway, but she kind of likes this part.
Once you get it a little longer, you'll be able to trim that up and it'll look better. That's usually how it works. When I first grew mine, it was out of control, but luckily she can somehow, I don't know where she learned, she can cut my beard. So this last time I was like, I got to get some of this out. I'm tired of her going, oh, you got food in your beard. Oh, you got food in your beard. I'm like,
The last time I let my ex-wife cut my hair, I ended up with a mohawk.
What's wrong with that?
He wishes he had that. But.
I'd take a mohawk.
I had a mohawk at one time, and it was completely accidental. I didn't want to cut the rest of
Okay.
it off. And
Mine was longer, but it got.
I
trimmed
kept it
yesterday.
hidden under my hat. And then one day while I was helping skin deer over at my buddy's house, my hat fell off. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
This is no offense, Jeff, but if it's just a mohawk, go with it because enjoy your hair while you can, because your hair's you got pretty high hair.
I know. I got the widow's peak, and it's balding back here. And
Yeah, it's terrible.
Jerry's got a wig on. I swear
my
to God.
I swear he does
He's got a
too.
full
He's got a
hair.
head full of hair.
my grandfather on my mom's side
It's
had
real.
great hair. Everybody
It's
on
real.
my dad's side, I'm gonna look just like them.
Yeah.
You know, though, no offense. This isn't even offense. This would be you shave your head, you'd look like a Viking dude.
Ooh, I agree with that.
You would.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but every time I shave my head, my girlfriend doesn't like it.
Well, maybe it's time
I used to
to.
rock the Stone Cold Steve Austin look for years. That was,
Was that beer in hand?
yeah. I did that one time for my buddy's birthday party. I also had a Stone Cold shirt on too. It was a good time.
Oh, that's not Stone Cold. Wasn't he shirtless with blue jeans on?
Oh, I did a shirt. Well, I might have took the shirt off.
Old t-shirt.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless he was wrestling.
In the ring?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
he always wore a
stepping up.
black t-shirt.
Yeah.
He seemed to have on blue jeans.
I like
more.
that.
Yeah.
We usually wore blue jean shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blue jeans shorts.
Yeah, was he Texas, right? He's from Texas.
Yeah, the Texas rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I used to watch wrestling back then, and I didn't get into it like a ton. I just watched it with my brother mostly. But
It's back before they started getting all fancy with their wrestling stuff.
yeah. But then we watched a documentary on it a couple of years ago, and I gained a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
Actually, like, it was
You
kind
know-
of crazy to see.
Here in Knox County, Tennessee, Knoxville, Glenn Jacobs is the mayor, and that's Kane.
Yeah.
He's the mayor down here. He
He's
just
the mayor.
he
Has
just
been a while.
he just offered to fight Tim Walz because Tim Walz said he could, beat up most Republicans.
What a
And Jacobs like, hey, let's have a match. Let's see how it goes.
let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see if you can beat one.
But we used to have the WWE parties for WrestleMania, for
Yeah.
SummerSlam. We would have big parties for
Well,
them.
the thing that always got me about it, they said, "Oh, everyone's always like, oh, it's fake." And Austin came on like, "How do you fake getting hit with a chair?"
Hey, all you got to look at is old matches with Mick Foley. That dude started out in Japan and razors, tacks, baseball bats with barbed wire. The
Barbed
old
wire, and
what was
they
the
would
old?
wrestle on barbed wire.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of the old NWA. No, the Dudley Boys, where they would jump. They had the Dudley
Phyllis
brothers.
said she knows Jerry Lawler.
Oh yeah, but they would jump from like 30 feet off of something onto
Jeez.
the ring, onto tacks, and
That's crazy.
they put on a good show. They probably now they get paid really well for it, but back then they probably didn't get paid real well for it.
Front row.
I don't think they did.
Who's seen The Ultimate Warrior? That was probably one of my favorites.
The ultimate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Well, that was back.
he was
Way
wild.
back.
He put on a good show.
yes he did.
Hulkamania.
Was
Yeah,
he the
Hulkamania.
blonde?
Long blonde hair, painted his face with the
Mhm.
always.
Oh, he'd grab the top rope and
I remember
he's
that.
just a wild
You know
man.
who
Just
was
crazy.
you know who
He
else
put
was
on
a
a good show.
favorite?
He really did.
I loved Macho Man Randy Savage.
Really?
Yeah, Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, gotta love the macho.
Is that the Miss
Yep.
Elizabeth?
Absolutely. Hillbilly Jim used to get a kick out of him.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw.
Was that guy?
That dude cracked
Come out
me
with
up.
2x4.
Man. He was so
Was
funny.
that guy?
No, you're thinking of the brothers, the Australians.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
What were
had
they
Jake the Snake.
yeah.
Actually, a good story. Good friend of ours up in Dayton, Jake the Snake, is his sponsor for his, AA or whatever.
Yeah.
That Jake the
Really?
Snake is a sponsor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are the
I know. I can't remember what
the
they were
Australians? Anyway,
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
that up here.
Goldberg was another favorite.
called.
Goldberg?
Oh yeah, that's been a while.
that dude was a monster.
Yeah, I mean, he had how many like back-to-back wins did Goldberg have? I think he set the record.
Bushwhackers.
That's it.
That's
Thank you,
it.
Jerry. Yes.
Bushwhackers.
That's
Goldberg, a little bit of Lesnar. I wasn't into wrestling as much when Lesnar was there. But Jimmy Superfly Snuka. My era was obviously in the 80s and the early 90s.
There's a good story. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh my
William
goodness.
said the Bushwhackers used to be called the Sheep Herders.
Mhm.
Well, what was Stone Cold's? He was
That
stunning.
was the
Steve Austin.
Attitude Era.
Ooh, I don't
That was
remember.
when I was watching it.
Yeah, Stone Cold was stunning Steve Austin back in the. He actually had hair then too.
Ew, that's weird.
Well, you had guys like another favorite.
Roddy Piper. Yeah, I remember Roddy.
Mhm.
One of my absolute favorites was The Undertaker.
Oh yeah,
And when he was doing the, it was The Undertaker and the American Badass. He was either The Undertaker or he was riding in on the Harley.
Yeah.
right.
Huh.
Well, then you had Mankind, Dude Love,
Yeah, how many different
Cactus
Brother
Jack.
Love, Brother Love,
Mick Foley do? Mick Foley had like a whole.
Yeah,
and Brother Love used to come out. I love you. Remember that? WWF.
And he had D-Generation X.
Degeneration. Those were the days. Okay, this didn't need to change over to a wrestling.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
That's
okay.
okay.
I watched
Then
for a
you had
very brief
the
period
Rock
of
with the
time.
eyebrow.
Oh, I can do that. Well, I can't
Yeah,
right
I
now
wasn't
'cause I
watching
can't
it when
keep
those
a
guys
straight
come
face. But I get so tickled. But yes, I am capable of doing that with my eyebrows.
The Four Horsemen. Yeah.
Yep.
Andre
Arn
the Giant.
Anderson, Tully Blanchard. I think Lex Luger became part of that for a while. I'm trying to think of the
Andre
other
the
ones.
Giant.
Can't remember. Four Horsemen.
Junkyard Dog. Yeah.
Backyard dog.
JLD.
I remember him.
Chic. Yep.
Oh, that's been a while.
I used to follow him on, I think it was Facebook.
Starting to show our age.
Yeah, we are.
That's okay.
Well, and you had Andre the Giant.
Yep.
The Big Show.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a
it's
big-
the big show.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good
I don't know.
story,
I
too,
have to
man.
say that I still feel like one of the best intros was Hogan.
Yeah. I Am a Real American when he come into that one, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's what he always came out to.
I used to work at Hera Arena in Dayton, Ohio, and the WWF and ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, would come all the time. And I worked there. So I got to meet a lot of these guys. I met The Rock at Hooters in Cincinnati, or The Rock, D'Lo Brown, and Mark Henry. And you've
Mark
never
Henry.
seen a dude as big as Mark Henry. That guy's legs, he's for a while was the strongest man in the world, but he could squat more than anybody could. And that dude was, and they sat down. I bet they had 500 chicken wings on that table, just going to town.
Crazy.
No,
Well, Henry was a
player.
big dude. How big was he? He was.
I would seriously put him at close to 400. I mean, he wasn't Andre the Giant. He wasn't tall.
Oh yeah.
I'd give him 6'2", but he was just so wide and just
Mhm.
big dude. And The Rock, when we met him, he was exactly like his character, but he wasn't, he was Dwayne Johnson then. He was not outside of the wrestling. He was Dwayne Johnson. he wasn't trying to act like the Rock, but he is the Rock. I don't care. He still acted like the Rock. Yeah, Arn Anderson. Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at all these.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Ricky the Dragon.
Flat Rock met Andre in the 70s.
Oh wow.
That would I would have
Panama City.
I would have loved to have met Andre just to see how big that dude was.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen him hold a glass of beer? Because he's
Yeah.
in the Guinness Book of World Records. But literally, like the mug was like in his hand like this, and here's how big the mug is. I became fascinated with Bigfoot because of Andre on the $6 million man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Da-na-na-na. Yep.
Bionic Man. Yeah. Bigfoot.
So have you
Well,
guys seen
Lee,
that
what,
video that floated around? Sorry, Jeff. You can go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. I'm just thinking something. I'll come up with
That-
it.
That video that was floated around where it's like a Bigfoot jumped off a rock and fought that guy, and they were kind of, or it was a bear or something. No, it was a
I've
guy.
seen the bear one.
Yeah, I seen the bear one too. Was it the bear that they fought?
Yes.
And they were kind of throwing each other around a little bit. What do you think about that one? That was kind of strange video.
First of all, I would like a comparison of how big the bear was, because the we'll go Bigfoot right now was a little bit taller than the bear, but in my eyes, a bear should be able to throw a human around like he was nothing. If it's a big bear.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of bear it was, if it was a brown bear, a grizzly bear. But I don't know. I guess I can't judge it because I wasn't there, but I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. The thing that got me was somebody had to be just standing there with a random camera filming it. That's the thing that made red
Hey,
flags.
David,
go up.
great point.
Uh-huh.
Great point.
That's the thing.
We
that
always
got
forget
me.
that because we see what's going on, but we don't think that somebody's filming what's going on. And obviously, you weren't just walking through the woods going, "Oh, look, a bear! Oh,
Yeah.
a Bigfoot! Oh, look, yeah, it doesn't."
And they're
work.
fighting right in front of me. But I mean, you could see what looked like, I'm gonna try to be gentle, like testicles on the Bigfoot when they were. So at one point, you could like freeze it, stop it, and you could see. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting that they would think to put that on there. But
Yeah,
What video was this? Because I don't know if I've ever seen it.
just go on, type Bigfoot versus bear. YouTube, I'm sure it'll pop up.
yeah,
I've been seeing it on Facebook a lot lately. Because I follow so many Bigfoot channels or pages. Yeah.
Who are they, Wendell? I can't get them to enlarge. He's pretty young in there. Wendell sent a couple of photos.
Oh.
so
The
Todd's seen it.
picture,
Yeah, it is a
picture of Wendell
grizzly.
back when he was a movie extra.
I can't.
I saw him standing next to the actress in one of
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah.
Is this when he was doing One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Probably. Hey.
Or Shiny?
Bonnie Blackstone. He was the Bonnie Blackstone. Let me see if I can get that to come up on here.
And then
Steven
with those
Seagal.
nails, I was beginning to
There's-
think he was in the Dog Soldiers.
Yeah,
Come here.
I think I saw that one.
Oh goodness.
The purple mattress. Look it up. Yeah.
I haven't
He was
seen that one.
okay. Aaron Gray and Bonnie Blackstone.
Oh.
It was hard to see him.
Oh.
How's their feet doing?
It's taken a long time. So it's sliced like both sides. One side's closed up pretty good, and the other side's not so much. So we've been keeping the bandage on her.
Yeah.
But she acts like it's fine. Like she jumps and plays and all that stuff. So
Okay.
it doesn't seem too painful, but
Good.
Well, their pain thresholds are way better than ours.
yeah, it was nasty, man.
Poor baby.
You're lucky it was just the front legs.
I know. She ran completely over the pile.
Oh.
Yeah, I read it. David, when we first met and you were talking about the obsidian, I started looking up in books, how sharp obsidian was. And it's sharp enough to perform surgery, but the doctors don't use it because it breaks very easy.
Yeah.
Like shrapnel.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could turn into like shrapnel.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, it's so sharp that it can't even cut anything because it's so fine.
Oh,
That the
really?
little- yeah. It's like down to I want to say not atom, but it's something like really super microscopic like that. Just
Oh, wow.
tiny.
Oh.
More weather headed our way. More rain.
I was going to
Okay.
ask you if you have seen anything.
Now, where you guys live? Are you got a lot of houses around you, Chad?
No,
Well, come on.
we have a few. We live on a dead end. The property behind us is vacant. Then our neighbor that built the house lives probably about, I don't know, 100 yards, 200 yards away from us. And then we've got a couple houses, but no, we're not like in a suburb type thing. We're still woods behind us. So we've had deer walk through our yard and everything. So no, it's not that bad. I want more land for sure. There he is. Look. That's Wendell.
Pretty young too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put a red circle around it.
Yes.
Look, she's even got her arm intertwined with him. All right, Wendell.
Comes a chopper back.
Yeah, that cop looks like he's about ready to take his nightstick to him. He does look like Peter Brady.
Absolutely, McSwain. That's a perfect. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
Ah,
Now he just looks like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
yeah. Looks like Jack Nicholson in The Departed with the crazy hair and the beard. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hold on a second, guys.
70s flashback. Pork chops and applesauce, Erica. What's that about?
Oh goodness.
Oh, Peter Brady. Pork chops and applesauce.
I'll have to ask my coworker about that again tomorrow.
That kitty.
Oh, there's a kitty.
Yeah. You can barely see her.
She fits right into your shirt.
I love cats, but I am not an indoor cat person.
Oh, really?
Aw.
You never worry about him because you never see him, Jeff.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, look at Wendell. What's up, dude? Look at that.
He's got the hotties hanging on to him.
Yes, oh, what's up?
You see here? Okay.
I was trying to look at that shirt.
It kind of looks like McSwain right there.
Catherine.
Uh-huh.
You have a story, Catherine.
Uh-huh.
Let's see how she responds to this.
Somebody asked the name of your kitty.
Callie.
C-A-L-I, Callie.
Yep. C-A-L-I, Callie.
My grandmother's even adopted cats now. She's turned into a crazy cat lady. Said she never let cats in the house, and now she's got cats in the house.
Yeah.
Aww. Well, I guess she likes those cats.
She said, tell no one. We're going to do a podcast on it, Catherine. We're going to do an episode on you and Wendell. No.
The podcast.
Right back.
Uh-oh,
Something's
here comes Jerry.
something wrong.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Fend for yourself.
Yep.
Maybe I
Now
need to
the
get
adults are
outside
out
and
of town.
listen.
We can play.
I'm gonna go listen outside, see if I can hear anything.
Oh yeah.
All right. Just walk away from everybody in the
Sleepers with
podcast.
100 cats
know.
in the front yard. Creepy, yes.
What? Seen the movie
Sleepers.
Sleepers? Oh,
That's crazy.
what was the movie? Is that the Stephen King movie
Probably. It sounds like it.
about the mom and son that were like evil cat people or some crap? The cats hated them. I bet it was.
The what?
The
I think
cats
it was.
Oh,
didn't
the
like.
cats were after them?
Yes,
Did they attack
those
the
people
mom
were.
and son?
Yes, ended up killing them in the movie. Not to spoil it for you.
Mm.
David, how's the weather right there? Are there right now?
Actually, today was really beautiful. It was probably
Oh.
like 60 and sunny, and it's actually going to be 72 on Tuesday, I think.
Nah.
I thought I saw something that area was going to get some rain here soon, some
There's
heavy.
rain.
Yeah, everything's still flooded out, but
Oh no.
yeah, not here. We live on a hill, but on a ridge. But yeah, all the rivers are all flooded out. And
Right.
there's Greg. What's up, Greg?
Greg wanted to know where Zippy is. There's Zippy.
Yeah.
Zippy the milkman?
Zippy. Zippy is
Zippy's in the powder room sleeping.
skin condo. It snowed here.
Oh.
He's in Michigan.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Well, I think it snowed in Ohio too.
Yeah, we did a show with him
Northern.
back about a month ago. That's David Wildfong.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. See, that's what I need to learn. I need to learn people's names and not their.
I
Okay,
heard,
I learned
did
that.
hear a jet or something out there.
You did?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so Hillary said so. The bear fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Hillary, have you seen it? Do you think it's real? What's your opinion?
That's what I was wondering.
No, I not get
Lower
jealous and have to go comb my
Canada.
beard. I need to comb it. Need to put more beard oil in
You
it.
know what's easy though, Jeff, is that your beard is still dark. For some reason, I wear dark
I'm
clothes.
starting to get a little bit of white hairs in mine.
Hillary, are you wondering if we watched that scene or?
Metro Detroit, we are getting rain snow mix right now.
Oh,
Yesterday it was 23 degrees.
he said Lower Canada. First King Quando.
It's pretty much UP.
Upper Peninsula.
These people, I love them.
I do too.
Brian Barber's not too far from that area where Quando lives.
Okay.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen Brian in a while.
I think he popped in on something I was on recent. It was over the weekend. I can't remember what it was.
All right. Hillary's good.
Well,
Jeff,
probably not. I have an ex-wife and a 6-year-old, so and a girlfriend.
Why not? I am twice divorced, 2 kids, and that's why my hair is white as snow. So I get it.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
28 and 24.
Which
I
one
can't
does the
believe it.
drone recovery for deer?
Yeah, that's what my son does. He does that. He does.
The oldest or the youngest?
He's my oldest.
Okay.
He does drone recovery or deer recoveries, realty shoots where he flies the drones around the house and shoots inside, does weddings. He does everything.
Now, is he a hunter or did he just get into that as a...
Yeah, he's not a hunter.
Okay.
He wants to start because he's met so many guys that hunt.
It's interesting that he does that and he's not even a hunter. That's like...
Yeah.
He's just out for the money. I love him, but he's just out for the money.
Well, I mean, I'd pay to use a drone to find a missing buck if I...
Hey, I think he gets more of those than he does realty things, to be honest. Come deer season, he's busy, very busy.
Now, does he just work in Ohio, or does he cross state lines to?
Right now, he does from Columbus over to like Indianapolis. So just, I mean, that's a good distance, but
Bud, he's in Ohio, so if you're listening,
yes, I told him we're gonna have him on a show to talk about drone technology and the types of drone, the rules that go along with them. You just can't fly a drone anywhere. You know, you got to worry about what airspace you're in, the type of drone you have. You got to register with the FAA, all that stuff, and you have to get a license for certain drones. I did not know if you guys figured out that.
I didn't put that together, what she's talking about. Now I see. That bear Bigfoot scene was from a movie.
Oh, was it?
But she didn't post that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a clip to it, did she?
That kid from
Jerry had
Tool
to
Time was on it.
step away and check out something. He'll be back.
it is from the movie Bigfoot, The Unforgettable Encounter.
And that kid from Tool Time was on it. I did not figure that out.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hillary.
Yeah. Clears it up.
And thank you, Leonard, for letting us know about Brian Barber.
Yes.
What did I miss?
He was Brian Barber. Leonard said that Brian Barber hosted a show on his channel and on Grizzly Outlaws channel.
Yeah,
over the
he
weekend.
hosts on Grizzly's channel.
Okay. Jerry got UFO now.
I want them to come get me.
They already got you, David.
I was going to say, David, you're going to be on. We're going to talk about Bigfoot some night. So, or UFOs. Okay, so you're going to be a guest.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'd be
We'll
proud.
see, we'll see how long it takes for the internet to go out when he starts talking about it.
Well, our internet here is great, so it's going to be David's internet that's going to go out.
Hey, I'm plugging in. I'm plugging in the
There you
internet
go.
starting tomorrow, man.
Awesome.
Beat me up, Mary said. No probing.
That's funny.
Well, no, no, thanks.
Sorry,
Welcome
guys.
back.
There he is. He didn't get probed.
Yeah, I thought I heard a helicopter going back over again, but then it sounded like it was a side by side. It sounded like it was right out here in the driveway.
Oh.
There's no reason we're up off the hill, off the road. Nobody's, but I don't see nothing. So I don't. Maybe it was out on the road. I don't know. Weird.
Never know.
He was
We're over
about
here
to
talking
rude
about
awakening.
getting up in the chat.
Can you highlight
yeah.
that? Can you highlight that, Jerry? Hillary's
What's
comment?
Bigfoot, the
Can I highlight it?
unforgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
People were asking about the name of the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I wasn't here. Okay, sorry. There you
That
go.
was the movie. That was the scene where Bigfoot's fighting a bear. That's been posted on Facebook over and over.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
No,
Chad, that
I
kind of
didn't miss
makes
any time.
sorry. That kind of makes it one, you know, the reason why there was a camera there to record it.
There you go.
right. Right.
It wasn't some random guy walking through the woods filming it. It was
Exactly.
camera crew.
Hey, look, it's a Sasquatch and a bear fighting.
What are the odds?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's like you watch the little memes of like somebody with a camera finding Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster next to each other, and the camera won't work.
Exactly.
And what was it, Jackie Kennedy? It was Bigfoot, Jackie Kennedy, and the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's one thing we never think about when we see a video. We're like, oh my gosh, that's so wild. And then you think, wait, there's somebody there filming that. That can't be real.
Exactly.
But I didn't even think of that with the bear fight Bigfoot. I guess I better do better if I'm going to investigate conspiracy theories, right? Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's going to be an interesting show.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward. Yeah, your guys' show Tuesday is going to be very interesting
Yeah.
for sure. And I'll bet
I'll
Dave asked
confirm with-
questions.
I'll confirm with her again probably tomorrow night or something just to make sure everything's still a go.
She was in here earlier, but
I didn't see her.
Yeah, she
I
was
see
here
her
right in the
briefly.
beginning.
Briefly, right towards the beginning. Yeah.
Mary's getting wild
What is-
tonight.
Hot doctor.
Shouldn't she be in bed? No.
Mary, it's past your bedtime.
No.
I don't know.
We're
We have
over here.
those around. We have pot coppers over here all the time. Sheriff looking for, because we're in the woods. I mean, everything around us is mountains and woods.
That was just, it was creepy loud. It was like it was right outside the window here in the driveway going by. But
Wow.
I didn't see nothing.
Dude,
so.
that's wild.
You
Yeah.
have an irresistible urge for hemorrhoid cream. Huh? That Mary.
She's
She's
so
on it.
prim and proper on Wednesday nights, but you back her other people's chat rooms.
Yeah, we're gonna get to meet her in Tennessee at the Tennessee Wildman. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I'm going to get to see her twice here this year because we're supposed to be going to Forest County, and I'm going to be camping with them here next month. So
That's right.
Wow.
I hope to be.
yeah,
It's on my
the,
list of
the
things to do
Bigfoot-
that.
the Forest County Bigfoot Festival is going to be in Forest.
I probably
Was
won't
that
be at that.
Marionville, Pennsylvania? Here
It's
in,
up the highway a few miles.
Yeah,
But
it's a
you
little
never know. When is that one?
June.
Oh, no. June. Yeah. No,
Yes,
I won't
Todd,
make
she
June.
is. She is.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah,
it's the
Mary's
15th.
awesome. Yep, she's
June.
Henry. Henry awesome.
Ah,
What is what going to be about, Hillary? We got a UFO show this week.
Speaking of Henry, when you see Hillary's name,
Flat Rock says he's going to try to make it to the Wild Man Conference.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Awesome. I know
Oh.
Kumbo, obviously he's one of the
you ladies need to leave the chocolate alone. All right, 2:32. Long enough.
You
for
ready?
this one. I'm ready to call it. So,
Yep.
Call it.
all right, June 6th, 7th, and 8th in Marionville, Pennsylvania, the Forest County Bigfoot Festival
Yep.
with
Oh,
Mrs. Chocolate herself,
okay.
Funky Winch, Mary.
Oh, there's Lincoln.
Yep. He wanted to say goodnight.
Aw.
Hi, buddy.
And cutie.
Got to get a smooch in there real quick.
Yeah.
Aw.
At least there's no tongue like some people. Just dry kisses, huh, buddy?
Aw. What a cutie.
He's a good boy.
He's so calm.
He is. And like with Dee Dee being hurt and stuff, or if you're sick or something, he's like a comforter. He'll just be right by you the whole time.
You know what? Our cat doesn't do that.
In a way.
Our cat does not do that.
For you, she does.
Oh, man.
You know,
She's become daddy's girl for
yeah,
sure.
she doesn't lay.
Thank
she
you,
lay-
Leonard.
Yeah. If I was sick, she would still be walking by like, hey, you're sick. Ha, take that.
Whatever. That's a joke.
That's how cats are. Sorry, I'm just saying.
Beware
our
when you
cat.
watch the upcoming podcast. You never know what's going to hit you. So that's the Oddcast podcast.
That's why it's the Oddcast.
That's right.
But anyway. All right. We
Yeah, you
appreciate
can definitely get
everybody
some-
joining in tonight. We're going to bed, Jeff. We're done.
You're gonna have some good guests, I think.
Yeah,
I think-
you're gonna get some.
I've
Yeah.
got it. I've got some good names right now, but I think as we do shows, we're going to expand and more people.
Your
are
first
gonna-
show will be your best. I promise.
I hope so. I hope so.
It'll be exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
And then before you know it, you'll be approaching 500.
And it won't even take chocolate. Yeah.
Well, nice hanging out with you guys tonight.
As always, brothers.
Where's the one
Yeah.
in Georgia at? Somebody answer
Yeah.
Phyllis real quick.
I haven't heard of that one.
thank you, Chad. Thank you, Erica. It's always nice to have you guys on too.
You too.
Same, David. Same, man. It's good seeing you guys.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too. Everybody in chat, love you. Thanks
Yep.
for hopping on here. And
Here we go, right
Yeah.
back to
Chad.
brother love. I love you.
I love you.
hope everybody had the night she can do. Hope everybody has a great week and be here Tuesday because I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a show.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yep. Okay,
Should be good.
get us out of here, Jeffrey. Get out of here.
I haven't even heard what she's going to talk about, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, she's confirmed, but something could come up.
Where's Derby?
That's the plan.
Yep.
We plan to have her on Tuesday.
Yes, Wendell, it was a great show because you were on it.
Thank you, Todd.
Absolutely. And if you haven't
love,
seen Todd's
everybody.
show from last Wednesday, go back and watch it. It's very good. Old Line
Yes.
Cryptids, the last show. Very good show. Cool stuff. Yes, Mary, the chocolate lady, was on there as well. So
For once, I had to go back and watch one of the shows. I could actually listen to it without listening to myself.
why is that, Jeff?
I don't like going back and listening to myself talking. I just.
But you weren't on there. Why weren't you on there? Just say it. Just say it. Fell asleep, Jerry.
I was trying to get David to talk more.
No, that's what it was. I like that. That's a good.
Good excuse.
And from now on, David is sworn off talking.
Wow.
He felt like you used him, Jeff. That's what it was.
Yeah, I feel abused.
All right, Jerry.
All right, cats, we're out of here. Dogs.
All right.
Thank you all. Thank you, Chad.
Love you all in chat. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Jerry. Thank you, Jeff.
Again, absolutely.
Blackie.
Night, night, everyone.
Night,
Again,
night, footer.
Yep, we're here, Roger. We're getting ready to leave.
Yeah, good night, Roger. No marathons tonight.
Yep.
But for sure, get back with us here Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Should be a good show as long as our guest holds through, and be a good UFO show. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
See. Till then, night all.
Au
Good
revoir.
Night.
Yeah, au revoir. Whatever he said. What is it? Speak English, damn it. Good night.
I'm a man of many talents. I know lots of languages. Well, a word from every language, but that's about it. But
I know a few words too, but I'm not going to say because
And of course, it's all cuss words, in foreign languages. So.
Oh, yeah. that's the fun
yeah,
part.
you're probably right. And the construction trade, yeah, around Baltimore.
Oh,
we
yeah.
do a lot of stuff. Now what's Sean doing to me? Indigenous people wrote down the history. Okay. Night.